it, clip it.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Oh, welcome. Let's get our people on here. There's Digger. There's me. Is the chat box up here? Is that? There we go. Digger will be sad. That one, that I gotta be honest, and he got a haircut, so it doesn't really look like him now, but I think of Brian when I see that. I'm gonna play that again for those of you who missed it. I came across that. God, when did you share that? Did you share that with me today, or was that
Brian himself shared that with us?
Oh, Brian shared that with us a while ago. Like a while ago. And I swear to Christ, I feel like it's chubby Brian. Like it's not. It totally isn't. Like just a pause and a cursory look again. But I like to pretend that this is Brian.
In my mind.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
I don't know what that's about. I don't know.
I don't either.
It's one of the ones where I laugh because I'm like, what's with the weird exclamation at the end? I have another one that does that always does that to me. More you than me, but it does it to both of us. But I think it's this one. It's the scream at the end, just in case anyone listening.
The first one was relief. The second one was fear.
Yeah, but just in case anyone listening thinks what just happened was voluntary. Let's just be clear. Second scream aired that out. No, that was a demon escaping, and it was not gentle. Let's see. First, good evening, everyone. Good to see you. No fucks given.
Hi, everyone.
Filter in all you Digger lovers. Yes, it's a Digger Day, which means all you guys will be super happy because we have our lovely lady Digger. There she is right there. Digger is on this show Mondays, Wednesdays, occasionally Thursdays, and sometimes Friday. I mean, at this point, like, just whole hog and move into my studio. You know what I mean? Just bam.
Yeah.
Not you, Al.
Yeah, no. You're already there, Al. We're working on me now.
Speaking of moving into my studio, I'll throw this link up if people can share it. That is super duper awesome. I have, as many of you may or may not know, I have a GoFundMe set up because, nope, go back. I hit the wrong button. Oh, no wonder why. I was trying to figure out where all my buttons are. They're not where I thought they were.
A cripple needs a crib because he's broken.
I'm literally playing this because she loves the shit out of this song. She's like, dude, this song is fun. I love it so much. Like, all right. So again, if you could throw some money at us, we appreciate it. There, we'll throw the link in the chat, or if you could just spread the link.
But his bank account is pretty sad. All he wants is a place to stay.
I really have to fix this. Hold this while it's playing. I'm gonna fix it while it's playing. I can totally do two things at once. Shut up.
Wants is a place to stay.
All right, come here.
For helping him on his way. There's a cripple who needs.
Oh, it resets it when you did that. I was just trying to do. So when you hit the button, it fades it out as opposed to just cutting. And I thought if I could turn it on and fade it out, it would be good. And instead, it fucked me square in the ass. Yeah, it fucking.
Par for the course. Yes, McJesus should change teams. Yeah, he will not be with the Oilers any longer. I don't think. I think he'll be traded.
You think he'll be traded because the Oilers lost? He'll be traded?
No. I don't think they want to trade him, but I think he's not going to want to stick around for much longer
because they're not winning.
There's a whole summertime hockey golf. It's the EI golf team or the EI swim team.
Okay.
We'll see what happens, but yeah, I don't know. That's twice now. There's a few of them on the Oilers. They need to get. I think they're getting tired of getting close but not making it.
All right.
So I'm guessing. Yeah, either they're going to hang on tight and they're going to actually make it next year, or they're just going to give up and start getting themselves traded off to other teams.
Okay.
It really depends. I'm used to the Canucks, so we make them great and then we trade them to other teams so that they can then go on and win stuff like trophies and cups.
Dude, you're talking to a guy that grew up in Minnesota, loving his team, loving the name, loving the logo, the whole deal. Did the Stars ever get a cup? I don't know if we got a cup in Minnesota. I don't know if the Minnesota North Stars ever got a Stanley Cup. But like I loved the Minnesota North Stars. Like when I was a kid and playing hockey, my dream was to play for the Minnesota North Stars. And then the cunts up and sold the team to Dallas, and they went and they got a cup. And I'm like, well, fuck you, you goddamn dicks. Yeah. Who stole my GIMP mask? Says Labglass. I have no idea. Oilers never turned up last night again. I'll say this, no fucks given. I don't know about that. I felt like the teams were playing somewhat a game of hockey, but I don't know. Skinner, do I have the name right on the goalie?
Our goaltender?
The Oiler goaltender is Skinner? Right,
yes.
Skinner was just fucking, like, I don't understand the, like I come from an older time of hockey, I guess, because I'm probably actually, like, the sad part is I look at people like Skinner that are professional athletes, and somehow my brain still operates on no, we're 15 and they're like 20 or 30, as opposed to being like, no, they're like 20 or 30 and you're like fucking almost 45. Like, so just get used to it. Like, or wait, no, 42. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh, gosh.
I'm a spring chicken.
I am officially going to be in my mid-40s this July 21st.
Well, it's in the mid-60s around here, so it's comfortable.
And I will never be in my early 40s ever again. It's official. I will be in my mid-40s.
You say that, but we can invent a time machine.
Yeah?
There's always
Can
hope.
we reverse the hell that's happened on my body of the last 10 years too?
Do you believe that I would not jump at the opportunity to reverse the medical mismanagement and hell that's gone on with this pile of shit? Do you know how fast I'd be on board whatever atrocities we have to commit to get to the, like, no, but now you just live forever as you were when you were 20. Like, okay, game. Set match.
Young and
I was
too sick to do anything.
Let's just be clear. I fucked back then. Just
I was thinking I could go out and do stuff. I could go to concerts and
well, that's what I meant by I fucked.
You're like, oh yeah, no, I fucked.
I didn't mean it specifically sexually. I just meant that, like, I got it done. I got at it. I did stuff.
Oh, okay.
I went out and played. Let's talk 18, 19. Yeah, on, like, say a day off when I wasn't working, because I worked as a chef. When I wasn't working, let's see, me and my brother one day, we each burned through like half a carton each of cigarettes at a pool hall. It's playing pool. is one of those horrible things where we're in a pool hall, you're allowed to smoke, everybody's fucking smoking. It's ventilated. So it's not like the smoke is billowing
It's
or
not
anything.
like it's getting to be too much.
But you and your buddy are just sitting there having one, so you light one up, and then it embers a little bit, you smoke, like, so just, fucking flew through the fucking cigarettes. It was the kind of thing where we left the pool hall, our lungs hurt, and we went, we need to not do that again. But we were there, like, the whole fucking day. In fact, more than 8 hours, I think. It wasn't supposed to be that. We just kept racking and playing another game of pool. Just we had the day off. We were fucking around. Johnny fucked back when he fucks himself. Back then, he fucks himself now, says Saint Caesar. That's mean. It's mean and hurtful. It's mean and hurtful, Saint Caesar. And that is, let me just say, that is hurtful, especially I went through effort for you. I, by no effort of my own, came across a story that happens to involve the Nintendo Switch 2, and I said, okay, we'll do it. And I did that for you. Mm-hmm. You're a dick.
I heard him.
You're a dick.
Just for saying.
I seen him.
Caesar. I got this story about the Switch. I'm like, oh, does it interest you? No, not at all. But it came in front of me, so I'm going to bring it up for Saint Caesar.
Right? Because Saint Caesar's always like, hey, did you see that? He's like Jay Leno with the Nintendo Switch 2. Hey, Johnny, you see this? You heard about this? The Nintendo Switch 2? Nobody cares. Yeah, but you see this? You heard about this? The Nintendo Switch 2? Nobody cares. Yeah, but you see this? You hear? Nobody cares! And so now, to emphasize the point, I'm going to do a story where, hey, I've seen this. I've heard about this with the Nintendo Switch 2. Nobody cares! It is, I will say that, though. I'm doing this, but it is kind of a mildly interesting story. Not because it involves the Nintendo Switch 2 at all. Just the logistics and facts of the case, if you will. And that's about all the tease I'm going to give for it. You'll get to find out what that is later in the hour. I'm going to grind up some greenage. We are fully funded today, so anything that we get on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs, all of those just goes towards tomorrow, which is at $30 to be knocked out. So thank you all very, very much for that. So that's where that is. Oh, it's the Pokemon player that lost 1,000 hours of gameplay. No, it isn't. How is it you can take a story, because it's not that one. Yeah, no, it's not that one at all. Don't tell them what one it is. It's not that at all. I didn't know about that or hear about that. I'd like to point out, thank you for making my point. I finally found a story that I'm like, this is mildly worthy of talking about with the Nintendo Switch 2. Like, who cares? This is mildly worth talking about. Kind of like the hey, people in New York punctured the display screen or the screens on the Nintendo Switch 2 because they stapled receipts to it. Like, that was mildly worth talking about. He comes in just to illuminate my point with the whole, like, it's barely worth talking about. Hey, so it's the one about the dude who lost 1,000 hours of gameplay. Who gives a shit? Like, I get it if you're that dude that played Pokemon for 1,000 hours, you're pissed. Like, dude, 1,000 hours of my gameplay, all my achievements, I had a super spectral Charizard and now I don't. Like, yeah, I get it. It's sad for you. But the part is that it's sad for you, and that you understand that if you thought that was an accomplishment with like, I have tons of games with over 1,000 hours. Mass Effect, 1,000 hours, easy. 1,000 hours and then some, easy. And that's just Mass Effect 1, not even the whole trilogy. So why is the mood so low? Who died? Nobody died. It's just early in the show. Why is the mood so low?
We literally just
I'm sorry,
started.
Klaus.
My Oilers choked. Well, they didn't choke. They just never showed up. So I guess I'm a little somber, Klaus.
Do I not have enough energy coming out? Like, I was giving St. Caesar shit about the Switch stuff. LOL, Ski Mask died.
Ski Mask.
I have no idea, nor do I care.
Yeah.
That was the joke. Dale. Again, these are more...
Oh, I don't know.
Some Iranians and Israelis died in their peaceful protests. Thank you, Deja. Yeah, dude. I won't reveal my sources, but like, last night was interesting. I was talking to some people. I've talked to several people on this. I've talked to, you seen this? You heard about this? Like, everybody, it's like, oh my God, dude, this is so crazy. What's going on? It's like, no, there were a lot of signs in the ether that this was going to happen, apparently. Apparently, like, I won't say what the signs are, but they were explained to me that those signs were happening. That like if you were in the military, you knew you were going to get like sent somewhere. It sounds like being deployed and being mobilized is not only a thing, but a thing that's been in the works for a bit. And my favorite thing about all of this was the Tulsi Gabbard saying, you know, like Iran doesn't have nuclear weapons, and then literally the day before Israel attacks, people need to be worried about a nuclear strike. And now we've got clips of Donald Trump saying, we know where the nuclear sites are. And I'm like, this seems like a vast escalation from they don't have nukes to we know where they are. When were you lying? Because that's,
I really remember really clearly that someone had weapons of mass destruction, and he had them for sure. And we went and we got, well, we didn't. You went and you got very, very mad at the people.
Shut up.
And you blew stuff up and things. And you guys went looking for these weapons of mass destruction that they definitely had. That turns out they didn't have.
Yeah, and it turns out that
I'm
the whole
afraid
thing
this is going to be the same thing.
The whole thing was, oh no, this totally won't be the same thing. For a couple of reasons. One, the regime change in Kuwait, was it Kuwait? Not Kuwait. What Saddam had?
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
Not Saudi Arabia. Was it Kuwait or
First, wait.
Fuck it, Iraq. There we go. There it is. Iraq. He was in Iraq.
Isn't Kuwait in Iraq?
I don't fucking remember. What am I, a geology expert? Geography, not geology. Geology is the study of rocks, not continents. Anyhow, so yeah, the point is though, like going into the Iraq war, back when Bush 1 went in, you had people like Dick Cheney going on the news defending not making it a long-term investment, saying a complete regime change isn't an option, because you won't affect a regime change. If you oust the leader, it'll just kind of be this indefinite quagmire of little people fighting each other unless you stay in there to like keep the peace indefinitely. Mm-hmm. Fast forward to when he's vice president and they can get no bid contracts. Now, well, we have weapons of mass destruction. We need to go in. Real shame that. And we're going to have to charge you guys, blank check. We're going to have to suspend some of your freedoms, real shame that. So yeah, Royce and bro, Johnny, Minnesota could be worse. We would be like Massachusetts and spend nearly $1 billion on homeless shelters. I mean, yeah, but we do plenty of other horrible shit. Like that doesn't mean that we don't fuck up in other areas. It's weirdly familiar. What did someone say? Weirdly familiar about 2003?
It's weirdly seeming familiar for sure. What was a 2023 or 2003? Danger Bear Wolf Turtle.
Yeah, it's just.
I agree.
I don't like it. And then here's the problem I have is that like we have official sources telling the news, the media, us, the American public, version A, and now like literally, and I had a problem with this in the Biden administration. Just magically fart in the wind overnight, facts changed.
Yeah.
Weird. And the worst part is the people in charge, the facts changed for us, but they are operating like those have been the facts forever. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Then were you lying to me then, or are you lying to me now? Which is it? So yeah, that is not good. But then, yeah, the number of like aircraft that we have already deployed, that we have over the area, the bombing aircraft and their capabilities, the fact that Trump's going out saying, we know where the sites are, like they have
sent the Nimitz.
Yeah, we sent the Nimitz. Yeah. No offense. I'm saying this as a joke with my tinfoil hat. Please imagine it on my head. Yeah, no. We sent the Nimitz to go sink that son of a bitch. Say hello to your new coral reef. So let's hopefully not kill any sailors in the process of self-writing writing our own check to go to war with Iran. But yeah, no, apparently like with the amount of like prep and things that have been in the works for like over a week, it's clear that the military side of this, palms up, knew what was going down. Like this is going to happen.
Yeah.
So what I don't like is that that's the case, and then we have to wait for Israel to start attacking Iran, for all this shit to happen. We and then we're gonna claim like, look, we're in the middle. Like, no, we're backing their plays the same way Israel backed the plays of the 9/11 terrorists when they didn't help warn us about the impending attack, and instead celebrated it because they knew that they'd get what they'd want. Like, that's, in my opinion, the same thing. That's the same level of collusion. Didn't we say we'd get the people responsible? Why did we let one whole country off the hook? They didn't get a slap on the wrist. Like, other countries got bombed. They got invaded. 9/11 was a horrible breach of our freedoms, and everyone was made to pay. But one country that had a hand in it, if nothing else, by deliberately not letting us know what was going on, seems like they got nothing. That's weird. Not even a bill? We didn't fine them?
Nope.
Maybe cut off their supply of munitions for their Iron Dome for a month. See how they feel?
Yeah.
So this is why I'll never be a world leader. If I was America's leader right now, I'd be calling Benjamin Netanyahu. I'd be like, so that Iron Dome's awesome, right? You want us to keep supplying you with munitions, right? Let's talk about that. And then a lot of people are like, oh, well, you know, they'd have the Epstein. Like, that's the other problem. Like, they'd never have the Epstein shit on me. Like, I am a very, very lucky man where when it comes to sexual gratification, it doesn't have any sort of sway on me. In fact, when you start throwing it at me as like, well, hey, look, vagina, then I got some questions. This doesn't seem right. I don't trust this. In fact, you know what? Smells fishy. I'm going to be honest. And so like, I just, like, that wouldn't work with me. Like, all right, hey, so I want you to come on my plane. Oh, meet this beautiful young lady. Like, and she just totally wants to get with you. I'm like, yeah, but maybe don't. But you just keep your space. Hey, did somebody check this chick? She's got a problem. What do you got, the flu? What are you, one of those weird, I'm sick so I'm horny bitches? I want to cough while I come. Like, I don't think I'd fall in for that shit, but that's, again, why I'd never get anywhere near that. Sorry, Oilers and fans, says AP. Yeah, everyone is just fucking running you through the mud with this. Like, that. Like, I know they're being like, hey, sorry, Oilers fans. It's like, let's be honest. Your comment was aimed at one fan. Your comment was aimed specifically at one fan. Your comment was aimed
to the heart
at one fan. Oh, that's not it. That's the wrong box. Yeah, your comment was aimed at this one fan right here. Yep. Guys, she's going to get motion sick. Anyways, but yeah, so no, you're a dick. No, I watched that game though. And with, like I said, I grew up in a different time. Skinner's like laying on, like dropping into his V and laying on his legs. Like, granted, his leg span in V is almost enough to go pole to pole. Like post to post to have a whole like bottom block, but you're so limited at that range because you leave so much the net up and open, and you're already all the way back in it, which means they can push you harder. I mean, he pops up fast, so still, but he didn't do that last night. Like, it just kind of seemed lackluster. He didn't lock his pads to the poles when he was hugging the post, and then I don't know how much stuff has changed, but I was trained like the outside of your leg locks to the inside of that pole. If they're at the face-off circle or moving towards the icing line, the red line outside the net, you hug the outside of the crease and don't start retreating until your space is physically impeded.
Yeah.
And then, again, pole to pole outside of the crease. But they changed the way creases work now. The creases used to be a perfect half circle. Now they're these weird half chub dick things. And so it just...
Yeah.
Why did we drink at the same time? What are you doing to me? Levitating Digger, quit using the force, Johnny. It's the only force I have. Should have heard me melt a buddy at work today in Instant Messenger. He's a diehard Oilers fan since Gretzky. That's like, I understand the, like, I remember the days of Gretzky. It's like, yeah, but you got to understand those were a long fucking time ago.
But we're starting to look like that team again.
Not last night.
Well, yeah, they fell
open goal number 5.
They gassed out halfway through the second period, game 3, and they just never came back. They
Oh,
never
I
came
thought you were
back.
gonna
It's
say in
just
the halfway through the second period of the game, and I was gonna be like, no, dude.
no, game 3, halfway through second period, it's like they were gassed, but they never came back from that point. There was no, oh my God, they beat us.
They had
Now
days
we really
off
got to
though.
rally. And yeah, there still should be. It's the freaking Stanley Cup. You know, you lost the last game. You go out and you're going to work 10 times harder to make damn sure that you win the next one. But they didn't.
I
And then they
love.
had one more chance yesterday, and they still didn't.
I love that they
It was
keep
like they were
adding.
missing a player on the ice at all times. It was really very
They keep
sad.
adding rings to the Stanley Cup because every time they add a new winner, they put them on the cup. We're going to reach a point where you can't lift the fucking thing. We're going
I
to reach
know.
a point
I was
where
looking at
Lord
some of them, they're
Stanley's
like-
cup has to be trucked in on a fucking semi, and then it's like literally like, all right, now get the crane to lift it. Burp, 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 nerp. And the celebrating Florida Panthers are mourning their loss today as the team captain was accidentally crushed when one of the pulleys let go,
Under.
and Stanley's cup killed him. Ironically
Mr.
enough,
Q was saying,
before the strap let go, he was recorded as saying, "Drink it in, bitches!" And yeah, good for you.
yeah.
The Florida
Mr.
team has
Q
like
was
10
saying-
Canadians on it, so technically.
Yeah, 10 Canadians on it. No, they've got 13. Just to be sure, they've got 13.
King
Nearly
Kong
half the
Dong,
team is
Please tell me
Canadian.
that's not a joke. I want to look. I'm gonna look for it.
They
Panthers.
did not. No, they did
I,
not.
I will laugh. Dude, I've heard so many funny stories about what fucking people have done, like, more importantly, not to disparage your people, French Canadians, have done to that cup, like leaving it at a bar.
French Canadians?
Yeah.
Okay.
Canucks and French
Was it-
Canadians. You've gotten
We've left.
celebratory with
I forgot
Stanley's
him.
Cup that has led to shenanigans.
Well, it's like 35 pounds now. It's huge. It's not the sort of thing that you can forget
Right.
leave behind by accident. Yeah,
Florida
I know.
Panthers.
Fulton Hall.
Yes. All right, we got a story.
They actually break the cup?
Yeah.
No.
Boop, 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 boop. Florida Panthers broke and dented the Stanley Cup during their celebrations of back-to-back championship victories. Less than 24 hours after the ending of the Stanley Cup final, the cup is already out day to day with upper and lower body injuries.
The 130-year-old trophy.
Sustained
Did
some
pretty
pretty
heavy
heavy damage as Florida
Oh,
Panthers
look at
celebrated.
that.
Oh, boy.
Look at that.
130-year-old trophy. Cracks on the rim were visible in multiple photos taken over the last 12 hours, while its base has been dented. That looks like a bullet wound.
It does look like a bullet wound.
The damage to the cup's bowl could clearly be seen on the ice, while the large dent in the base was revealed when the Panthers brought the trophy to Elbow Room, a bar in Fort Lauderdale.
Thank you, Rusty. French Canadians aren't Canucks. They're degens from upcountry. Oh, damn. Yeah. So did they win the cup and it was in that condition, or they did this?
I'm guessing this one. I'm guessing they did, because I remember that night I didn't see that dent, so they covered that.
No,
that
I never
night.
saw a dent unless everyone was
But-
grabbing it at the dent to hide it.
But when you look at pictures like this is
But
them skating
that's-
around. I don't remember seeing them drop it that night, so that looks like something happened before they got it. But then again, actually, I take that
Made a
back.
big-
That I assume that was on the ice just because the dude's wearing a jersey.
Yeah,
But I don't have enough of a round shot.
we don't have the background to see if he's actually on the ice or if he's just wearing his jersey.
And I can't tell. That doesn't necessarily look like a chest protector. That could be a tie with a tie pin or just a shirt. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, but they broke it. Ha ha.
Morons. Thank you, Cesar Alvarez. I have no idea who you are, but you summed it up perfectly. Morons.
Typical ghetto
Holy
American, says Says Bishop. The band Pantera dented the cup once. They dented the cup. Someone wrote it to the bottom of a swimming pool. They rode the Stanley Cup to the bottom of a swimming pool? Huh. I'm not going to... What?
I'm smacking you, just so you know. That's me smacking you.
For what?
You're
The fuck did I do?
Are not,
I am
you're
not
allowing people to raid your Twitch. Professor Tie-Dye was trying to raid your Twitch when he ended his stream.
What the heck is with me not being able to raid you as I ended my stream? I don't know. I've been raided plenty of times. I don't know. It's not like it's a setting. There's nothing special about you in terms of like being available or unavailable to anything. Yeah, you've been member of the show before. You've subbed for several months. I don't have anything set up with it. I don't know why that would be a thing. I'm guessing it's a Twitch problem.
Maybe, yeah.
Or if you typed the wrong thing. Like my Twitch account is Just Kidding LLC. So if you tried to raid the Game Over podcast, that would be a problem. You'd have to raid Just Kidding LLC, I think, is the way you'd want to go about that. Other than that, I don't know. The cup has been destroyed and fixed hundreds of times. Montreal has threshed that thing more than any other team. It'll be pristine before the start of next season. Right, the cup has been damaged and fixed multiple times, but it's still hilarious.
Apparently, it has been ridden to the bottom of the swimming pool.
You thought he was lying to you? Nobody makes that kind of a story
but
up.
I never heard that. I never heard that story. So I thought you guys were talking about like last night, overnight.
No.
One of the Panthers rode it to the bottom.
As I said, member of the band Pantera. Oh, because someone said Panthers or Pantera.
Well, they might have damaged it, but the cup
Mario Lemieux
ended up at the bottom of Mario Lemieux's pool when the Penguins celebrated their 2009 championship at his palatial estate. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. I did not know that it had
Hockey players have no respect for the trophy that they fight so hard to get every year.
Right?
Like it gets whittled down to two teams and they duke it out and they go, yeah, now let's beat the shit out of this thing. They treat it like an early 90s rock band treated hotel rooms. It's disrespectful.
And
the top actual cup portion was at the bottom of the ocean at one time. It's fine, says AP.
Yeah.
I'd eat cereal out of that bowl.
Apparently, what's his name? Guy Calbono was partying with Vinnie Paul, the co-founder of Pantera. The drummer was a hockey fanatic. He and his brother both were close with the team for years.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Carbono wanted to see if he could throw the cup from where he stood and get it to land in the pool. A bad idea because his throw came up short. The cup bounced off the pool deck. A conspicuous dent appeared in its silver and nickel sheen. The dent is real. The actual Carbono was on the second floor balcony. He did have the cup in his hands. As best as he can recall, he dropped, not threw the cup, down to someone on the first floor. Either the drop wasn't on target or the catcher was clumsy or both. So, yeah, no, he didn't actually throw the cup. He was dropping it off the second story deck to a buddy down below who didn't catch it.
More important, again, thank you for trying to raid Professor Tide. I appreciate that. We love having people on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. So
yes.
I appreciate that raid, even if you couldn't get it to work.
Thank you.
Where's that? Okay. Oh, wow. Why is that? That thing's taking forever to stream. Do I have Windows open or do I have to load? Oh, I haven't even loaded my stories. I just have the weird the sound drop thing. I'm playing this one again just because this weirds me out, man. And Brian did this to me, so I'm doing. If any of you have a problem with this, this is Brian. This is officially my theme for every Wednesday from now on.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
I feel like we needed just one more second of that. I wanted to see where it started to take down. Meat Wiggle saying,
Wiggle?
"Wow, they let me out again." What the heck is? First time in the chat. Good to see you, Meat Wiggle. Glad they let you out again.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Welcome to the show. Hope you have fun. If you do have fun and you have a great time and you want to support the show, there's a variety of ways you could do it, and I'll put those links up right now. Thank you for giving me a lovely reason to do that. Let's do
Roy
this.
Sombrero has a good idea. He says the winner of Aaron's golf tournament should get steely toe.
I do like that
Someone
idea. In
should.
fact, I am.
Rip the steel toe out of an old pair of steel-toed boots.
Yeah, no,
and
I want to
that
make a
the
trophy out of an old steel toe boot, and
Mhm.
because I know these dumbasses,
great idea.
including Aaron, will get drunk while they golf and be stupid enough to drink out of it. Drink out of the old shoe. That's what I want you to do. I'm a horrible person.
Nice.
I'm going to that because I've been signed up to go to that, and I'm like I don't know how I operate in heater in the mornings, so I'm going to be again operating a apparently digital scoreboard. I'm going to bring I think I'm going to bring my laptop, and
Yeah, you should just stream.
yeah, I'll do live stream updates. They won't be full on streams. We'll only stream for 20, 30 minutes, whatever. And now an update from the course. More people have balls. Back again at 5. Just do the whole thing. I should use. Oh, dude, I'll use Suno. I'll make some songs for it.
Yeah.
Meat Wiggle, nice name, dude. Nice name, nice person. Thank you for being here. Just the toe, just to see how it feels. Wait a minute, what?
Okay, now you're making it something it wasn't.
All right. There was a picture of someone at the party straddling the cup, hence my slight confusion. I don't know where the cup has taken some damage, and it's always from the ones who fought so hard to get it. They party way too hard with the cup, and the cup is not ready for it. Anyways, that's that. Let's load our first hour stories. We have a bunch of things to get into for the first hour, including the first couple of things are things that you and I had one person had shared to the other, and the other person would be like, oh, that would be fun to talk about, and we decided to save it for Monday, but it didn't work that way because the show went the way our shows always go. And
Always go off the rails.
So I put them in the first hour. We can't miss them. We got to do it before we get to. We got to eat our vegetables before any dessert, and we are already 40 minutes in, by the way. So it's already going very fast.
Not bad.
It's already
Not
going
bad.
very fast.
Yeah. Yeah, going just as it should.
All right. Well, it says you.
Nothing done.
That's not how it should go. It should go quickly and productively. That's the idea. We let everybody's day finish out quickly. They have a nice chill day to go. Now it's go home, meet your kids for the first time if you're black. No, it's go home, hang out with your kids, have a chill time. This is the unwind portion, and the not getting stuff done is, I suppose, unwindy, but
yeah,
it's not productive.
No, not at all productive.
You act like we distract from the. You act like we distract from the show, says King Kong Dong. I wouldn't say you distract.
King Kong Dong.
Well, that's what she's saying. You are the show. I wouldn't say you necessarily. I'd say everything. It's the overall thing that happens when this lady shows up and we hang out for a while. We just kind of meander through subjects. We have a great time. Everyone has fun. It's just that we didn't get to the stuff we said we'd talk about. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is we don't do the things we said we were gonna do. Oh, my brother-in-law's neighbor had the cup at his house. Oh, lucky for a party. My brother-in-law didn't think to call me or take any pictures. Then you know what? You disavow that brother-in-law, and you leave an upper decker in his bathroom every chance you get.
There you go. That's worthy. I think
that's upper decker worthy. I thought you were going to draw the line at upper decker. Yeah,
I
because
think an upper decker is one of the most disgusting things you can possibly do to another
absolutely
human being.
right.
It's just rude and
It's
disgusting.
just
But
hilarious.
pulling something like the brother-in-law did, that's worthy of an upper decker. That's worthy of it. If my brother-in-law
Look.
was at a party with the Stanley Cup and he didn't take a picture or phone me and say, "Hey, come over here. The Stanley Cup is here," I would most definitely put an upper decker in all the toilets in his house. That's fair.
I'm now just picturing you just slinking from bathroom to bathroom. I'm gonna die. I picked the wrong time to try and smoke.
Yeah, you did.
Because again, we had a not to let people into too much of my life here. We had a conversation at one point where I made a joke, like, yeah, that's when you just leave the guy an upper decker and call it a day. And you got on my case about it. You were like, no, oh my God, no, why would you do that?
Rude.
That's rude and gross and wrong. And I'm like, yeah, and it's hilarious. And so if you were going to get vengeance in the scenario, like, I was like, that's where you'd go, no. So I thought, I can't even get the words out. I thought putting upper decker into the scenario was going to push it and be at like the line you wouldn't cross. And not only did you lean in like, no, you upper decker that son bitch. Like you went further. I was like, yeah, that's when you upper decker his bathroom. And you're like, you upper decker every bathroom in that house. Hell, I dare say every bathroom within a square mile of that house, just so he never, ever again takes a shit feeling secure or a wee. Every time he reaches a bathroom, he should be like, oh no, they upper deckered it. It's a gas station. Who's taking their free time to drop a turd in the tank at a Quick Trip? Like all of that.
This woman, if you have a chance to let me meet the Stanley Cup in person and you don't allow me to have it,
that is simultaneously the most funny and most Canadian thing you could have ever said.
Well, you're not
Look,
wrong.
I don't believe in violence, eh? I had a chance to show you the Stanley Cup. I'm going to bury you in your backyard, you hoser. Like, just fucking damn. Talk about a coin flip.
It really is. We're the kindest things you're ever going to meet until you piss us off. But once you actually piss us off.
Yeah, but I didn't think
we
piss
go
us off was
full
just you didn't get
meltdown.
your chance to take a picture with the Stanley Cup. Like,
Dude,
oh,
it's the Stanley Cup.
right.
It's the
I get
Stanley Cup.
right. But I feel like that's a weird threshold to have when so many others just don't qualify. So many others like, don't be rude and poop in their toilet tank. Whereas the Stanley Cup, have you considered murdering these children? Like, whoa, where did we get that one from? I have plenty of old beat up steel toe boots that you can have, Johnny, for a trophy. I have zero money. So let's be clear. Do we have anyone in the chat that wants to volunteer woodworking a base for this thing and stain it? Like, because I mean,
Does it have to be a nice thing?
It doesn't have to be super nice. It just has to be not fucking shitty. I'm not bringing it on a 2x4.
Well, no, but can't you just like nail a plank of wood?
Again, no, not that shitty.
The bottom of the shoe and then Sharpie on.
Yeah, that's gonna look super shitty. Yeah, why don't we just make it look like a fourth grader did it? No, I want this to look official, and then the cup part is the used steel toe boot. That's where we're shitty. Like we can get Oz to laser engrave the face of it and everything.
Oh, I see. See, okay. No, I was just thinking we wanted just the ridiculously crappy looking.
Oh, dude, we just educated T. Jefferson. TJ, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we just educated T. Jefferson. I had no idea what an upper decker was. That is the Beethoven-esque, and by Beethoven I mean classical genius. That is the Beethoven-esque prank you pay on someone, or play, not pay. You play on someone you really, really hate. You take a shit in their toilet tank, and then you put the lid back. And as long as it's not like super smelly, it's just going to be a problem for them for a while.
Yep, it's just going to be gross for quite a while. It's about as bad as putting sardines in the in the vents in the registers. in the heat registers.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's on that par.
that's
Yeah, or
just.
I heard someone did it in the curtain rods, because the rod itself is hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Someone put sardines in the rod itself and then put it back together and hung the curtains back up. I may have gone on a stint of watching a bunch of people do petty things.
All right. I'm going to play with this goal thing that I've never. How will you celebrate?
How will you
Stand for
celebrate what?
10. We're going to stand for 10 minutes. Stand for 10 minutes. I'm testing this thing. There's this thing that stand for on camera for 10 minutes. On cam for 10 minutes. And none of this is going to happen, so it doesn't matter. But 10 super chats of teal or higher, which is $5 or more. 2 hours. I'm going to start this goal thing. I've never used these goal things on YouTube.
What is
Starting the goal.
Oh, okay. With the target. Yeah, I've seen those things.
Your goal is live.
Others-
Share with your audience. Yeah, if you guys are on YouTube, $10 or not 10 super chats of $5 and up. Go. If we hit the 10 of them in the next 2 hours, then I'll stand for 10 minutes. If you want to torture
There
me.
you go.
And keep in mind, I'm only doing this because I've never played with this thing, so it's playing with it. So if you don't want to do it, that's totally fine, because we're going to just continue to do a show. I think that Aaron used to have some steel toe boots on a sign behind his head. Yeah, he has a buckler shield with barbed wire and an old steel toe boot on it. It looks really nice, the buckler shield with the steel toe stuff. But, oh, shit. We're one in already. Thank you, AP.
Thanks, Afy.
I just realized I made this deal, and I celebrate these with the controlled burns, which means I'm gonna be fucking Looney Tunes when I.
You're gonna be rippered.
I really didn't think this through. Oh boy, I need to stop coming up with stuff on the fly.
On the fly.
Oh no.
Yes.
Because they're always good ideas. It's just it's gonna cost me way more than I realize, like physically and mentally, and I'm gonna be suffering for it physically and mentally later. And I'm just like, but fuck it. Fuck it. Who's this? A bot. Thank you for your time. Please eat a dick. And goodbye. All right, so
hot. I saw a bird pull a worm out of the ground using oven
shit.
mitts.
Now they're all fucking doing it just to spite me. God damn it. All right. Well, we got 2 of the 10 already in. That's a fifth of the way, though. It's fine.
There we
it's
go.
Fine. It's 2 hours.
There we
It's a fifth
go.
of the way. So it would be like, we have until literally almost the regulation end of the show. Speaking of ends of the show, the show tomorrow goes only until 4:00. I have a follow-up therapy appointment.
We're sorry. All of our representatives are still assisting other customers. Please remain on the line as we value your call.
Oh, now they're trying to do a hype train too. That's not okay.
Roy Sombrero. Teal means it's $5. $5 super chat.
Yeah. You can go higher than that if you want, but again, I threw that in there just to be what up, dick bags, says Pendejo. I might have fucked myself in the ass, but right now we're only a fifth of the way there. So far, so good. I'm playing with this goal thing. Hope you're feeling
tossed
better.
A buck in,
Hey,
your butt
Penta,
earlier from Rumble.
oh, tossed a buck in for my butt?
Yes,
For my butt. Oh.
for your butt. I'm not sure.
Let me scroll up
Okay.
just so I can see that. Yeah,
Take it.
here's a buck for your butt. Well, thank you, Dominion After Dark. I don't know what $1 for my butt does, but I appreciate it. But yeah, I threw that in there. I just was filling out the boxes. I was like, I want to play with this thing and see what it does. Because I've had it there forever and I've never used it. And I thought, fuck it, we'll do it. I might start doing that, coming up with a variety. I'll have to spend some free time really thinking of some fun, interesting variety like things. And we can use that. Pendejo, it's your boy Pendejo, a.k.a. Los Federales. Good to see you, Los Federales.
Hello.
Hey, man. Well, that's a creepy, weird question to ask. It already happened. So, the day we took off for it already happened. But we're good. But I like to bug Johnny. Oh, wait, what? What's Wild Saffron at? Dominion at Dark, it might never seen it, but heard rumors it's true. He missed your dono going all hockey sticks. Yeah, I got that. I know most that stream to multiple platforms cannot manage all of them. It is a lot of work. That's why I have one screen dedicated just to the 3 different chats, which means when I add Twitch and Kick, I'm going to have to fucking figure that out. Peter Principle, man rises to the height of his incompetency and then stays there. Okay. But I like to bug Johnny. It's entertaining to me. You wouldn't deprive an old lady some giggles. Nope. No, I wouldn't. When it comes to paying attention, he does not have a leg to stand on. I read that as it came in. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. But again, thank you for the sticker over there, Fettuccine El Poo-Poo, and thank you for the $5 as well. We'll do the first of 2 little burns here for AP and Fettuccine. I was asking because... What's up? Matt Cullen had it, huh? I was asking because I wanted to send you something. You can get her another gift. I have 2 little girls, so I know how much you love yours. I love my girl. I doted on her for her birthday, much to my own dismay.
Yes.
If you don't need to send me anything for my daughter's birthday. It was last week. It was last Thursday. We celebrated last Thursday. She has a lot of stuff, and she has a party coming because her family on her mother's side wouldn't be able to hang out with her till the end of the month. So we did like an in-house, it's your dad, it's your mom, it's your grandma, and we all love you, and you helped make your cake, like birthday cake, party, gifts. She's still got a whole nother round of fucking birthday party cake and gifts coming when now it's your cousins and it's your aunt and your uncle. And it's like, oh, so we're going to skip all hopes and prayers of a decent human being, and we are just going to torpedo Mach 5 into spoiling the out of this little kid. All right, cool. I'd say I'm against it, but I've been on board the whole time by my actions. So me. Wild, there you go. I think that would wind him up a little. I mean, a lot of things wind me up. Everything winds me up. Peter Principle, I haven't heard that oldie in a while. I haven't heard of Peter Principle. I don't know who that is. Happy belated birthday to Mini Chair. She has like because I bought a hammock, like swinging hammock, egg-shaped swinging hammock thing as an emergency replacement to the egg chair a long, long time ago. She claimed that. So that's her chair at this point. So when I move, we're going to try and set up the studio with the egg chair being framed to be usable, but not framed as like in the show. I might try to set this up. Like I've been toying with a couple of different ideas. I might try to set it up as a weird way of like aiming the wall of monitors at like, say, the egg chair, but I'm sitting on more of an end when I'm at the desk working. So I can see the wall and I can work with it. But when I'm doing the show, I'm positioned right. And then, like, if I'm gaming and stuff, I just take one of the monitors on the end, and I'm just turning that out, and that's facing me straight on. But that changes a lot of stuff. That is very technical. And my ball clamps. Wait a minute, Lab Glass. Why did I come in here? I should have read the first one. Johnny stole my ball gag and my ball clamps. Denied, and lies. All wrong. Not true. I have no need for a ball gag and ball clamps. Does he think a ball gag is something you use to gag your balls? Or just it seems that way with ball gag and ball clamps linked together. Like you thought those two were related. And
Wait a minute.
Rumble chat.
Shit. Okay. No. Yeah, you totally.
What are you busy building a fucking rocket over there? Am I talking to somebody who's in Tehran right now?
But no, ball gag, and I know what a ball gag is, but then the way you were talking about it, suddenly you're talking about
ball
a gag
clamps
for your balls, and I was
because he said Johnny stole my ball gag and my ball clamps, and I was like, one, I deny that; those are horrible rumors and lies, and two, it's the way he types that; it makes it seem like they're related, like a ball gag goes with the ball clamps to gag and clamp your balls. But again, I don't think you can't gag your balls. Is the point I was trying to make. Happy belated. All right, so covered you.
That'd be a third ball in the mix. It just wouldn't.
Wild Saffron. Oh, I got a dip for 1 minute. Just got an early.
Just got
a Emily D notification. and the virtues.
You come back and you let us know, please.
Yeah, we'd like to know the Emily D. Did she get that sweet D? But jokes. Yeah.
No, Emily D is she covers. She's a lawyer. She's from LawTube. She covers the celebrity stuff more. But she's been covering the Karen Reed trial, and they've been waiting for the jury to come back for a while. Few days, 3 days, something like that.
Okay. So we
Yeah.
might have a Karen Reed verdict finally.
Yeah, it sounds like they've got a verdict. So I can't wait to hear it. I still think she's innocent. I think that those people are dirty. I think the whole force is dirty out there, and I think they just needed to find someone to blame it on, and she was the one who was there. I think
Okay.
it's pretty obvious from the evidence I've seen that they were purposely trying to set her up to make sure that she was the one who was busted for his death. So that's my opinion.
POTUS Filoni is saying dominatrix digger. I like it with the thumb up and the 100%. Thank you. He apparently wants you to have the whips and chains.
All right.
Dominic's, you need a gag
back.
in order to really clamp on. That sounds horrible. Someday he might finally submit. Oh no. I don't know what that. He should wear a ball binder. These are weird requests, and even weirder still that you're making them. Cover that. Should know what a ball gag is, Miss Orgy Organizer. Who we at? Oh yeah.
I didn't organize the orgy. My God.
Okay, so you were just the belle of the bang ball.
You attend an orgy one time in your youth, your stupidity, your highness, and in your thoughts that this is New Year's 2000 and the world's going to end tomorrow. So really,
So let's just have sex with everybody. But then when we meet this guy that loves us and all this stuff,
it's not like they were strangers. We all knew each other.
oh
We've
great,
known each other for years.
great. But I can't get you to bring one extra lady into the mix. God damn, it's not fair.
Let's work on getting me into the mix first, okay? Then
They're
we can
jokes.
Start
They're
discussing
jokes.
other people.
Well, I'm just saying, if we're already working on important one, I mean, like, just do two at the same time. Why not?
Two for the price of one.
Right? Because when have you ever, like, name one time, even in like your own personal circle, like a polycule's gone bad? Nobody can do it. That's why they gotta work. Johnny, I'm not sure if you saw my message during yesterday's show, but would you be interested in my old studio headphones? Have brand new cups to go with them, no charge, of course. No, I appreciate that. I'm sure they're very, very lovely headphones. I have these very nice headphones. These babies are great. I have a decent set with really nice bass for DJing in my DJ bag that I don't even use anymore. So I'm pretty much good. I appreciate that. In fact, I can't afford to buy anything because I'm at the point of having to sell stuff so I have money to pay the remaining bills and the government. And if we do those things and can eat, we're calling that a month of victories.
Sounds good to me.
The orgy was called the Y2 knee pads are optional, I heard. I do like Y2 knee pads are optional.
Yes, I do too.
It's the Bayer Dynamic DT 700 Pro X. I appreciate that. They sound awesome. I don't know what I would need them for. I have an extra set of headphones. If these were to crap out today, an extra set of headphones. I got a really nice set of wireless Skull Candy headphones that God I wish I could get new cups for, because they're just like the ear cups are just shot. But other than that, I love them. I still use them, even though they look like shit. In fact, here, let me go get them. Show you. These look like shit, and I've had them forever, but I fucking love these things. I love them so much. And a buddy of mine got the upgraded model because we both had them. And he got the newer ones, and they folded in and everything. He's like, here, try them out. And I'm like, I don't like the shape. They just don't feel as nice. They don't sound as nice. I'd prefer my pieces of shit over those. And and you know what? I stand by what I say. Because if I'm not on this, like if I'm on the phone, I'm using these. Ooh, electronics not waterproof. Who knew? What?
Yeah. It's the strangest thing.
Who's testing electronics being waterproof? I
don't know.
But yeah, I have the wireless
solar storm
earbuds.
today.
Skull candy's stolen. All right. Let's Digger's cups are just fine, thank you. Whoa. How the hell do you know that, Glass? You stay away from my lady. What the is that? Ugh. I might be a dude in a wheelchair, but if I can roll up to you, I'll fucking finish some shit.
I'll bite you in the kneecap, damn it.
I'll bite your legs off. Okay. I am the Black Knight. All right. All the stories that we needed for the first hour are loaded. We're caught up with everybody. I think we can actually. Holy crap! It's the second hour, and we can finally start a show. We did it. No, we didn't.
Lexi should be coming in any minute now. Then
any minute now. We have second hour. We can finally begin.
Oh, okay. Apparently, either Bayer Dynamic or your Skull Candy. One of those two brands is infamous for being susceptible to water damage. But no matter which brand it is, they're headphones, so of course they'd be susceptible to water damage. Why?
Yeah, I don't doubt.
Who's taking their headphones?
I'm going to say this.
Water?
If you say that these are susceptible to water damage, I've worn them in situations when it's been raining, and I've worn them while sweating my balls off. On my exercise bike back when I used to use that all the time because my legs sort of worked. Long explanation, I know. But yeah, no, these have been fine. So I'm gonna say no. I don't know. Here's what I know. I don't know, but I love these headphones. And I don't even know if you can replace these cups. Like it's not like the band comes off or something. Like I don't. Be nice if you could though. Be nice if you could. Sean, I was going to watch grass grow, but
creepy stuff, and it's easy.
But you won, Johnny, barely, by the way. Okay.
Well, thank you, Sean.
Well, thanks for being here, Sean. Sorry, but you won barely, by the way. So you really love watching that grass grow, huh? That's what does it for you? That's a weird love.
I shit you not. I have sat and watched a live stream where we all watched the paint dry on the wall.
That is
literally, I kid you not.
No offense. All affinity for you aside, that is the saddest thing I've ever fucking heard.
It was color swatches on a wall. We needed to wait until the paint had dried so we'd see what the different colors would actually look like dried. So
yeah, again.
For it. We did other things while we watched the paint dry.
What?
We did watch the paint dry.
Price checked toe triggers on Amazon? Like, I mean, what were you doing?
No. We were talking about a court case.
Okay.
It was a Megan.
Okay,
Megan
so
Fox stream.
Price checking toe triggers on Amazon. Bird collector, did it melt? The paint or the grass? I don't think either should have. All right. My headphones certainly didn't. We have this one. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, we did the Stanley Cup one. That's the one we started with. So yes, the Florida Panthers, or as I call them, the Florida Meth Gators, have dented the Stanley Cup. Now we have this first one. You sent me this video, and I haven't discussed it or done it on the show yet. I haven't even seen it. I seen it. Snorted plastic model glue. All right, I guess different strokes for different folks. You know what? I'm not going to. My life's got more than enough flaws for me to criticize others. It's an odd energy day. What? It's an odd energy day. Okay. Anyhow, moving on. So you sent.
Oh, this lady.
You sent me this video.
Talk about liberal.
Now, people like that's one thing we do on this show, and other people, you freak out. People probably cover it if you put it on the internet, and that's one reason why I don't fucking. I don't care if people fucking, oh, they made fun of you for freaking out. Like, yeah, right. That's what we do on my show every day.
Yeah.
Well, it's called taking what you give. It's called fair. Anyway, so you sent me this one. This lady is really freaking out. I don't want to spoil it, so don't let them know. She's going to let us know pretty early on, I think, what's bothering her.
Yeah, life is hard for this woman.
Life is difficult for this woman. So regardless of what you might think, because you can see her nose, her nasal piercing here, and what look to be very, very heavy earrings on the ears and possibly some upper ear piercings there. Regardless of what you might take from all of these visual red flags waving in the wind, do not assume you know this woman. She has struggled and suffered.
We were walking down an aisle, and there were like two guys that walked up next to us. You know, Peyton like walked away. My wife walked away for just a second.
I have to pause it right there. My wife walked away for just a second. Okay, so you and your lady friend were out and about in public, and two guys, I'm guessing I'm guessing they said something mean. I certainly hope they didn't like do anything physically to her. It'd be horrible if they accosted her in some physical manner. But yeah, so apparently she's out and she didn't do, sounds like nothing wrong.
And they were like snickering to to themselves or something.
Okay.
And
people are allowed to laugh at other people and or jokes they're sharing between each other. That's called a rule of society. I don't see what's freak out worthy about this.
like I didn't really think much of it, so I'm just looking at the candy aisle trying to decide what candy I want. And he walks by and gets like inches from me and just rips one, like farts like this far from me. That's disgusting to say. I can't even believe I'm having to say this, but he did. And
oh my God, you got crop dust and it's the end of your world. What are you gonna do? You were looking at chocolate and now all you smell is expired fudge. Who can't? Oh my God, this is awesome. I hope they threw dog shit at her. No fall in the grade. It was even more innocuous. Whether intentional or accidental, he just passed a little ass gas and then just woo. I bet she got poked in the eye with a penis. See, like all of us are assuming that she suffered some horrible fate, way worse than hold your breath or fucking move for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you went to the candy aisle. Congratulations. He walked by. It smelled more like the cheese section. Ooh boy. It's not that that she had a negative experience with this. That's fine. It's that she is in breakdown tears over someone farting in her general vicinity.
Yes.
It is your world has come apart because someone passed one through their pants. I mean, I really have a lot of problems and struggles, but honestly, how do you survive? This is my therapy. This makes me feel better. You're literally I gotta call a therapist. I gotta talk to somebody, but you don't understand. He got really, really close to me and he farted. Dude, do you realize that was the punchline of every movie I watched as a kid was just somebody getting farted on? In fact, it's still a classic comedy bit for immature people and small children. And I know that because both me and my daughter find it incredibly hilarious. Anyways, so yeah, it's okay. It's not cool. It'd be one thing if you were upset. It'd be one thing these guys, and it was gross. And you had not it's the over the top victim thing. And we weren't even doing anything. And I don't know if it was he thought because of the way I was dressed or by my mannerisms that I would be okay with it, but he farted near me. Dude, I grew up in a hockey family of 5. My dad's favorite move was to lock the car doors after he dropped one in. He'd get out, lock the doors, and shut them and go, ha! Deal with that. My dad and my younger sister used to have freaking trumpet competitions in the fiberglass booths of McDonald's and Burger King. And you're telling me, and by the way, it'd be one thing if you were taking a deep whiff of food. If you were eating, if you were at a restaurant seated and eating, we could have a discussion, because then crop dusting somebody's meal is kind of fucked up. But the candy aisle, and it's this reaction.
About that time, Peyton walked up, like, didn't witness what happened, but like seconds later, and I'm like upset, and I follow after him. I was like, is there a reason?
You're fucking crazy. I'm
Oh my
upset,
God,
and I
followed the
follow
man.
after him. By the way, you're about to ask, is there a reason you did this? Yes, because he saw the level of crazy on you and that you would have this reaction. You're inventing your own reality.
He saw that nose, and he knew.
Not even the nose. It's the nose, the face. I bet your girlfriend and you stand out a lot. It's this need to be a special unicorn in a world that might question whether or not being a special unicorn is okay. And I'm not endorsing or denying that. I'm saying, you know, you're going to get these reactions when you go out that way. The same way I know I'm going to have people criticize me for doing this show. I'm not funny, whatever. The fucking, oh, they watched you get upset because you fell. Yeah, it was put online. Duh. Like that's if you get upset at that, like, oh my God, how can you do that? You're the idiot, the tard, and the problem. Because again, you created this issue. You knew that was a thing. This guy farted on me, so I got all emotional and I followed him. Like, I can't imagine seeing this in the open world and not laughing my balls off. If I'm rolling through the grocery store and I witness all of it, and it seems deliberate, like he does a little turn and toot, like a little, like right at her, like all of that. Yeah. And then she starts being like, but I mean, like, and then oh my God, and then she starts chasing. I'm going to put down whatever I'm doing. I'm going to follow, and I'm just gonna be like, ha 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 ha, and then she'll be like, what's your problem? I'll be like, not a problem. I'm very, very entertained, because until about 2 seconds ago, I didn't realize people have it worse than me. And the best part is, you have it worse than me because you choose to.
Right?
Oh, dude, I missed that. I got to get that line. Roy Sombrero had a great one. It's like the lady in Sin City. He made me smell. Or no, is he thinking of Seven? Like, he made me fuck her. Like, he made me smell it.
I'm not certain, honestly.
I think it's Seven. He can't run. He has the shits. Oh, is there a reason you did that? Yeah, I'm losing control of my bowels. Do you mind? It's a difficult time for me. Perhaps you could stay in your own bubble. I've got problems. I don't want this to continue because I don't care what the rest of her story is at this point. I'm having way too much fun in this moment, picturing like what he would say to her. Excuse me, is there a reason why you thought it was okay to do this? Yeah, I have IBS and I took some anal laxative last night and it's just really hard to hold it in.
Oh gosh.
He's over there futzing with something and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "The rope let go and I'm sorry." There's so many bad but awful and hilarious reasons. To whom the fart told. For whom the fart tolls.
Jason, you were just so disrespectful to me. Called you a minute. Come here. And he,
Is there a reason you were so disrespectful to me? Probably because, and I don't know if you know this or not, you're part of a community that demands absolute respect and agreement and compliance at every turn 110% of the time. So you have bred a group of people like this asshole who will see people like you and think it's fun to take the piss out of you. Why? Because you fucking act the way you do. This way in every aspect of your life. Elijah Wood made Lady Cop watch him eat her arms. Oh, he made me watch. You're right, Roy Sombrero. He made me watch. I'm sorry. But that line, like, just to, like, your brain went Elijah Wood. Sin City. Again, beautiful moment. You reminded me of it. I remember. I haven't watched Sin City as much as 7. And for me, You Made Me Watch makes me think, he made me fuck her. Like the guy, I can't remember the name of the guy that they made that did that scene. But I don't know if you've seen 7.
Yeah,
Spoiler alert, if not.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What's in the box?
he's wearing a fucking strap on with a bladed dildo.
Mhm.
And actually, I don't even think it's a dildo. It's just a dagger. And if I remember correctly, like this is part of the reason this scene I love. If I remember correctly, they used a dagger that I would like, especially as a younger guy. Like I wanted that dagger, not the one in the movie. There was a place, there was a store in the mall that sold like swords and knives and shit, and they had that dagger, like the scorpion dagger or whatever. That he used and modified into that horrible monstrosity. It's if you got stabbed with this thing, it's just designed to go in quick and rip on the way out.
Oh,
Bad times. Nick Rekieta's fantasy. Aww. Oh no, Saint Ren, don't fuck. She's still in mourning from the last blast of ass gas that she took. Is there a reason you were so disrespectful to me? Yeah, probably because you again can't take this shit. Like, because again, it's a world that gave you respect, but we gave you an inch, you took a mile, and that might not be you specifically, but your community definitely did that. More importantly, the trans members of said community. There's a whole variety of reasons. There's a whole slew of reasons why I can understand people being annoyed with you to the point of doing, oh, fettuccine al poo-poo, that's not okay. Dude, they're going to start a fart hype train.
Oh, that was so smelly.
Oh, Saint Ren and fettuccine al poo-poo, you guys are danger of launching a hype train. And you know what? Just for that, we'll give her one from the show. From me to you, nothing but poo. Here we go. Again, it's the second one that lets you know this was not planned.
Yeah.
This was not planned. Like, the first one is like he felt it coming and he leaned in like, oh. And then the second one, ah! Like, it's like, that one forced him. What, Dad? You got the needle farts again? Ow. Everybody's laughing at her now. Okay, fine. All right, so let's find out her response or their response to her. And again, and this is the fart hype train. Yeah, dude. And whether it takes off or not, it's a fart hype train. But we have 4.5 minutes to blow this one all the way through the wall. And if you do, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you to the 2 people who tried to get the goal moving on the YouTube, by the way, too. AP and Fettuccine's been big today. Thank you.
That did well. That was perfectly placed.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's just Fettuccine and Saint Ren having fun with the fart stickers for this lady. But yeah, why you are gonna freak out like this, I have no idea. But to chase them down and be like, is there a reason why you were so? Yeah, I'm willing to bet, not having actually seen the moment, I'm willing to bet you had some level of behavior that warranted just whether you were talking too loudly about things like, and those stupid conservatives, and they think like you were very much flaunting your life and the things you like, because that's where you encourage these kinds of people. Because I get out in the world, I don't know that there's whole bunches of people just up and crop dusting you. Like, there's no, I dare to say I don't know anyone that's got that.
Here comes a train, a busy little
Thank you, Labby. Rusty came in, Labby got in there, we're good.
Everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes a train,
They're farting in time.
Hey! Here it comes, here it comes. Here comes the train today. Here comes the train!
I'm gonna learn how to blow smoke rings if it kills me. And it might kill me.
All right, you're gonna have to take me off the screen so that I can smoke too. 'Cause you guys are guys are having all the fun, damn it.
You and your stupid Canadian rules.
I know, right?
All right, let's
I can
grab
smoke a joint, but I can't do this.
let's grab our show prop.
Oh, show prop.
It is. It's literally. It's just a show prop. I never use it outside of the
Yep.
show, which is kind of to my detriment because then I'm never. I'm not in shape. Got to flick your tongue as you. That's what I don't.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Keep trying.
It looks stupid as shit. Maybe in our off hours when the cameras aren't rolling, we should practice that one. Spoiler alert, I totally do. I totally do. Lame and gay report on me. I totally practice trying to blow smoke rings when we're not doing the show, and I just suck at it. Sean saying 420 left. Welcome, Sean, to the
Heck
420
yeah.
side of style. Where now's your moment. Hype Train over on Twitch. Thank you very much, everybody, for that Hype Train. Currently at level 1, 62%. They are literally
Loving that
just
girl fart.
they are just purveying all of the stickers and selecting all the fart ones for her. We have a Hype Train that's at 61% because members of our audience wanted to fart on this lady, which again, like I said, I guarantee you there was some manner of your behavior that just some manner of better than, some manner of something that encouraged these people to give you this response. It doesn't make their response right or wrong. I'm just saying the whole like, how could you do this? You're always so quick to act like you had no hand in it. 10 bits from Lab Glass for the fart. Oh, we also have the fart sound drops. That's right. We have a variety of them, as do I. And if you want to get in on this on Rumble or YouTube, $1 or more, and we have a variety of sound drops with farts. You can request them. We will honor that. Meanwhile, Digger is puffing on a 3-chamber bong. Would you say 3-chamber? That looks like a solid 1-chamber. No, that's I will say that. I have a question. Is that made to look like a science beaker?
It is.
That's
Yes.
sexy.
Yes. It's red eye. Red eye glass.
Thank you, Saint Aaron. This one is a Tsunami, and they are not a paid sponsor. I bought it a while ago as a show prop, and it is still kicking my. Now they're just getting mean. Thank you, 65% of the way through level 1 of a Hype Train, and 10 in there. Oh, dude, the 10 in there gets to count with the other 3 that we've had from YouTube for a while. So that means, hold on to your butts, ladies and gentlemen. That means we're taking 10 off of this baby, and we're down to $20. $20. Oh, that's sexy for tomorrow. $20. I can't say thank you enough. All right, I'm going to do this first. Oh, wait, no, I thought that was a sticker. I thought someone did a sound drop. Holy Jesus. Oh. And of course, Taco Night to come cut me off. I thought that was a sound drop. And I was like, what sticker is that? I'm looking for the sticker and the noise isn't going anymore. Which is why I thought it was a sound drop. And I look and then you're gone up. I look up there and yeah. All right, so let's find out why these people were so disrespectful to her. In her words.
Never felt so dehumanized.
Not only did he fart on her, when she confronted him, he said, "Just walk away, you fucking bitch."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
what most people do.
Looking at your girlfriend, I get why, like, and when she confronted him, just walk away, you fucking bitch. It's the fact that you confronted him. Because again, intentional or not, 90% of us in society wouldn't vote a passing crop dust as a warranted reason to go talk to somebody. Hell, I have a pretty decent comedy bit about accidentally crop dusting a small child while leaving my therapy office one afternoon. So, like, I'm sorry, but sometimes when you're in a world with other people, farts happen. And even again, let's operate on your that it's intentional. Right. But did it really mean anything? And
Did it actually hurt you?
You chased him down to talk about this one thing. But what you don't realize is you chase down everybody to talk about everything that you don't get when you don't get your way. And that's where this kind of action comes from. I don't think that the guy's innocent of crop dusting you. I think you're not innocent of your part of the event, and you'll never own up to it. So that's where I don't care. Yeah. Don't confront strangers in a grocery store. Yeah, I mean, the guy, like, didn't stay by you, and it's as simple as leaving that area. I have zero problem with this video and this story if they were their girlfriend's level of telling it.
Just walk away, you fucking bitch.
Like, if that's what they told, like, I was in the store today and I did this, and they were like, just walk away, you fucking bitch. Like, I'd be on their side of the time. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Just like assaulting people with your farts. Just because you have a bad diet doesn't mean you have to blow it on the rest of us. Like, that would be like the way I deal with it. But it's her, like, and they farted on me. Like, it's that's the part where I can't take it. Quiet chat. What? Damn, Blue Wrench Gang entered the chat. Well, we have a lot of... Actually, yeah, I'm looking at the live chat. That's not the case at all. What do you mean the Blue Wrench Gang entered the chat? There's Blue Wrenches up there. Is my chat way behind?
MSO showed up.
MSO
showed up.
No, yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. Like, Blue Wrench Gang entered the chat. Yeah, we have a few people that are mods. I don't know what the deal is. She can do better. Who's the she that can do better? The one that looks like a boy or the one that's crying like a bitch? Yeah, he can do better.
This is Albertsons, by the way. And go to the customer service to be like, hey, this just happened.
Oh, God, now she's going to the store.
So the store's responsible for a customer with loose morals and bowels? That's not... I almost said mowels, like the two put together. Loose morals and bowels. I can't get that right. I came up with the line on the fly. Can't do it. I don't have a blue wrench. See? Yeah. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hey, Brian, I'm going to do this for you. You might have missed the beginning of the show, so this is the last time I'm probably going to do it. I can't promise that, but I will say. More than likely.
We'll try.
This is probably the last time I'm going to do this. But this is for our buddy, Brian, because he's the reason it's here. Hey, Brian. Happy Wednesday, buddy.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's weird. Digger looking quite Canadian today. Yeah, Magic 8 Ball. She is. I need to do the one controlled burn. The hype train finished there at 71% or whatever on level 1. So thank you for that. We appreciate it very, very much. I'm going to do this. Brian just, yes. Yeah, dude. We had fun with it.
That was pretty awesome.
Mint Diggity. Did you ever think of that? Pink Eye. Well, I mean, did they get Pink Eye? I don't believe you're going to get Pink Eye from someone crop dusting you.
You're not going to get pink eye because someone farted near you.
I love the story we did a while ago about the lady who got an E. coli infection and blamed it on her boyfriend at the time farting on her while she got out of the hospital. Johnny's gonna tap
her
that maple tree.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. Oh my goodness.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Well, good. Now we're both stoned. This will be fun. Brian appreciates the replay of his thing.
It's just too damn big. The bread aisle is usually best. I've never done it in the bread aisle. Oh, that sounds bad. That's not what I meant.
I've never done it in the grocery store, period. It's like a kind of a public place to be doing it in.
I have
my opinion.
I farted in the grocery store before. But only in the dairy aisle. You know, near the cheese where it can pass unnoticed. What? It's just milk that's gone bad. I mean, who's to question it? Anyways, let us return.
Walk past the eggs.
Let us return to this lady and her horrible life. All right, so you went up to the service counter. The service counter.
Saint Duran is saying you can get pink eye from farts, but it has to be right there in your face. Like, yeah.
So in other words,
I don't know.
as long as I'm not Aaron, I'm good. All right.
And go to the customer service to be like, hey, this just happened. I was just disrespected in your store and called names like several times.
You went after him.
Yeah. Like I said,
Wild. Oh no.
crop dusting the produce area is gold. No, it is not. Mindiggity, heyo. Hey, Mindiggity.
I'm in diggity. Hi, Rex, too.
Me and my brother got
Ma'am,
crop
can you
dusted.
describe the fart? Did it smell like vegans?
Well, it's just
Perhaps lesbians.
I was disrespected and called names several times. You were disrespected, sure. Called names, they called you a bitch when you came after them to be like, hey,
Yeah.
you farted in my general. Like, again, it wasn't in her face. It wasn't. It wasn't like someone held her down and they fucking made her feel the breeze. They literally got within inches of her person and farted. You could walk away from the problem. This is a you thing.
And security guard went and talked to him, came back, and they all just kind of looked at us and was like, well, can't y'all just leave?
Yeah, because again,
Yeah.
because this whole thing is childish and stupid. Like, that's the problem, is the fact that you're this childish about it. Was what that guy did okay? No. But did it warrant anyone getting involved? Again, no. No, it did not. That's a you thing. I do believe she has a fart face, says Roy Sombrero. Mint Diggity saying I can fix her. I don't know. Mint Diggity, in order to fix her, you are going to have to contend with that.
Yeah.
Actually, let's there we go. You're going to have to contend with that. In order to fix her, you got to get past that first. Ew, she's licking the fart off her lips. This is way after the event. She made the video way after the event.
She seems to have survived quite well, other than the crying online.
Oh, dude. I forgot that I changed things around, and so there's a shadow of my mic on my pant leg, and I was like, what the hell did I spill on my pants? Oh, it's a shadow. Oh, it's a shadow. This is why I can't do controlled birds and the doctor runs. Now I'm like, I'm thinking shadows or stains. All right, so I'm terrified of getting crop dusted. When I work at a deli, when I worked at a deli, I loved crop dusting it. Oh! Don't do that. The French guy from Monty Python crop dusted her, then called her mother a hamster, and that her father smells of elderberries. Thank you, Mussolini Diff. The French guy, when I was 23, I dropped a massive hangover deuce at work. The stench could peel paint off the walls, says Pendejo. Female manager used the toilet right after I was done. I was fired 3 days later with no reason given. Oh, yes. Where are we? Where are we at? I need that. That deserves this. That's not even a fart, Digger. He shat himself out of a job. You shit yourself. You shit yourself out of a job. You took a dump so bad they went, you know what? How about we take you off the payroll? We give you money. Clearly, whatever you're doing with it isn't working. You're done. I also love crop dusting. Oh. I'm not reading the rest of that one out loud. King Kong Tong. I wholeheartedly have no opinion. Let's go ahead and close that. And we're on to the next one that we have. Oh, this next one that we have, this is kind of funny, but what?
Rusty's having some issues. He's drove by the golf course. Probably won't be there because none of the people golfing were wearing shit kickers or Wranglers.
Oh, which
he doesn't
golf
own
course?
any golfing gay apparel, nor will he buy just one glove to pull a Michael Jackson. He doesn't own any.
Oh, but he's also got a lot of
either, and they don't sell sweatpants at the farm and feed. So he's having a little bit of issues with the dress thing. I used to work at a golf club. Your best pair of jeans, and you're gonna want your nicest.
I don't think they're gonna enforce that shit. This thing's a tournament thing. This thing's a tournament thing that people are buying into tickets for. It's not like you're gonna be part of the course or the club. So that's one. And two, there seem to be some very, very largely inaccurate facts about this. I just drove by the golf course that Johnny is going to be a drink cart girl at in August. I'm not going to be at a golf course in August being a drink cart girl. I'm going to be at a golf course in July
being a drink
giving
cart
updates. No, I'm not. Again, the being a drink cart girl part isn't on the docket.
You
That's
got
not
2
a
out of
thing.
the 3 done. Might as well be.
No. Why should I be a drink cart girl? That makes 0 sense.
I'm just saying, you've covered 2 of them already, so you might as well serve drinks while you're there.
No, that makes 0 sense. Well, you're there. You might as well work. Like, what? You're going to the concert and you love the band. You know, you might as well be a roadie. No.
I don't know. I'm just teasing.
Anyways, Johnny is the Brian. Johnny is the cart. You got to be cute for the tips.
That's what I was saying. He's already.
Johnny's willing to
He's
carry
already a
clubs
cart.
for the first 3 participants, though. No, I'm not. These are all wildly inaccurate facts. One of my drop-off locations has a tiny little entryway with 2 doors. I crop dust that entryway really bad one day. That's hilarious. Like when you've created a time capsule fart, those are fun. Like when you've left that for somebody to just find. Like that's in my equivalent, that's the case of just like laying it out in an elevator and realizing you did something really, really bad and stepping off as the doors close. But since it was empty, you don't think that much of it, but you forget that it's going up or down. And the next person is like going to walk into, I need floor number 4 fast. Oh, God. Like, and then the doors close and they realize they'd rather just call for another elevator and wait. They're like, wait, let me out. I made a mistake. And then finally they get off on the bottom floor. The doors open. They just, oh, God, I didn't think I was going to make it.
Oh, my goodness.
Egg farts rule. I disagree. I don't think egg farts rule. Although I have to say, the number one critique that I have been given on my farts is that no matter what I eat, they always smell like stale potato chips. Stale potato chip farts. So there's that. Anyways,
On
always
the grand scale of things, that's not the worst.
fucking egg.
I can think of a lot worse.
I'm going to the Rumble
farts.
chat now. I'm trying to get back into doing like a serious show and serious stories, but between the 3 chats, I keep getting more fart comments that just keep pulling me back. We have from Lab Glass saying always crop dust fats in scooters. That seems mean because then they'll just drive faster. Like, do that if you took the battery out. Now it's just a wheelchair. If I ever meet the devil, I'm going to tell him how much I like his eggs. Dude, deviled eggs are the shit. Sean ain't lying. Hey, or hi. Can you say Mike Hawk's mole? Says Mandy. Why? I just did there.
Manly man.
Manly man.
You know he's a manly man because he's got to tell you.
Right. Well, he wanted me to say Mike Hawk's mole.
There you go.
I know what he's going for. Yeah, dude, I know.
Yep.
No, that's not what I said. Get pranked. You caught what I was doing and deliberately said it slow enough to not fall for it. Bah! Oh. Wow. Well, there you go.
Yeah, well.
There you go, you small
There you
dick
go.
bastard. I told you your dick was small. You're welcome. Alrighty. No, you said it. No, I didn't. I read the 3 words and I put them slow enough and phonetically with spacing that even your artistic tart ass knows. No, I didn't. Anyways, but if you need that, you know what? You take your win. All right, we have this next story, but thank you. I will say this. Thank you for putting a break in the crop dusting saga that we've been doing on the show. Now we can
true.
finally
We've been
move on. Your
farts for a while now.
your victory, I won. Yeah, you did. You did. You won because your little dick finally succeeded in getting someone to read your text on a show. There you go. You won. Clip it, boys. Clip what? You have to speed it up and it still won't work right because then it'll be like it's again. Like, that's the part that I love about the internet, and I don't know why I try to fight it, probably because I'm stupid. But, I literally, I am retarded. I read it and literally went, okay, so they're trying to do a thing. So I just read it slowly like that. And that's not, you don't get I got your prank. Like, you didn't, though. I don't understand that. It's weird. Anyways. You know who didn't win? The Oilers. That's true. The Oilers didn't win. Brian, you missed the bashing that everyone did on our poor lovely Lady Digger. The bashing everyone's done.
It's okay.
Oh, if there was something to clip, I'd be on it, says Roy Sombrero. Right, but
right? Yeah.
but the haters want it really bad. I didn't even think I rated haters. All right, archaeologists just translated a mysterious Nordic runestone carving. So I saved this story for you, too, because it's in Canada.
Okay. Good. We got lots of stuff.
You got lots of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Vikings were here long before people actually came and discovered North America.
Well, I found this one. I found this story because I was doing, I found this story with another one that I was doing some work on. We talked about it yesterday, I think. A construction worker doing repairs on like a building because of these war-torn areas. Like
Oh, that's the best way to find ruins.
Yeah, they found a fucking burial chamber from the Byzantine Empire. Like apparently under some dude's fucking corner market in Delhi that got taken out in the midst of friendly fire protesting of some this was from the whatever Assad al-Bada regime in fucking Turkey or some shit. Anyways, but they find the Byzantine ruins at the bottom of this thing. So now we found like a burial site and a grave site that's like over 1,500 years old and all this other shit. And I'm like, so do you root for the mass destruction then, or do you root against it? Because like, I mean, on the one hand, lives saved, world continues, guy runs Delhi. On the other hand, historical site found.
Yeah. It is very interesting, the huge amount of discoveries being made in the Middle
I love
East
Sean.
right now.
He's so self-aware. You see when you're a clipper, you think differently than the pedestrian brains do. Right, Roy Sombrero, and that's why I love the clippers, because you can't see the clippers coming. And you know when I realize I've made a clipper-worthy clip? After I've done it. Because my brain goes,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's when it's clip worthy. Or when I get like really, really emotional and I have to turn off my show. These things happen and I've accepted that. Anyhow, so yeah, I was on that whole thing. I found that other one. So that led me to this. Apologies for interrupting you. My my first question is why did they find this stone in Canada? So let's find that out. Centuries old archaeological find. Yeah, but where did they find it? Pertaining to the Bible are often fascinating, but how many of them are found in North America? Usually none. The Canadian forest north of the Michigan border. Oh, so it's technically ours. Suck it, digger.
Fuck that. The line is where the line is. It's been there forever.
Hey, it's the line. The line's the line, eh? The line's the line, eh?
It's been agreed upon. That's the line's the line.
All right. You can't steal our
Starstone.
sights, you hoser.
Starstone.
Don't you know? That's Minnesotan. Fuck. Minnesotan and
very
Canadian
close,
are so close. They're probably
Yeah.
related.
Yeah, that Fargo movie, I felt so comfortable.
That means technically, when we get together, our accents are committing incest.
Yeah.
Just the
Well, at least it'd
accent.
be like
Just
first
the
or second
accents, though.
cousin, right?
Just the accents. Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
but it's still like
Yeah.
you know how you just had your like that's the line, you can't cross it, whatever stuff with the whole Stanley Cup thing. Yeah, I'm kind of that same way about incest. It doesn't matter whether it's a splinter or the main part of the pole. You're still doing the telephone pole. That's not okay.
Yeah. 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 It's a tree
In fact,
without
it
very-
doesn't even matter if it's a branch or a sub branch. You're still on the tree. The idea is you shop outside the tree.
Mm.
Roy Sombrero, you gross. Yeah, I apparently went too far with that one.
Yes.
Again, I'd like to clarify
did,
the
but
whole
yeah.
thing. The whole premise was based on the accents. Literally nothing else. Just the accents were incestuous. Just kind of like
Still.
so. Like if
Just
we kept
don't.
talking,
Next
we'd have
time you wanted to talk about
no.
something being
I
like
still have the
incest,
shovel.
just
I
don't.
still have the shovel. I'm gonna keep going. So like if we were to like get together for a long period of time, our accents would get together and they would produce an accent that has like a fucking messed up
We
jaw.
have like the Uber Canuck.
Yeah. Like everything else is fine, genetically fine, all of that. But because we get together, eventually our accents just become.
Why are we
Digger,
sounding like a...
Brian saying Digger, because I love Sylvester Stallone. Digger is Johnny's brother confirmed. No, what the hell? That's one, assuming we're related, and two, that's misgendering
See, and
her.
this is why, just next time you're thinking about combining two things or comparing them to incest, just don't. Just don't use that word at all.
I love you.
Just
All
in your
right.
brain, just go, oh, don't.
Yeah. Why? Okay, so this was.
Starts all this.
You know what? I'm a bailout just for you because you want me to. The writing has discovered that in 2018, after a fallen tree revealed a square-shaped inscription near the town of, I'm not even making this up, the town of Wawa.
Yeah. There's a Wawa in Washington State as well. We go through there. In fact, I've got family who live in Concrete.
Is the Wawa like grocery store chain related to Wawa in?
I had no idea there was a grocery store chain.
Yeah, or at least I thought it was Wawa. Anyhow, located 155 miles from the nearest U.S. border crossing. All right, so it's 200 miles. That's traveling distance. Let's be honest. Ryan Primrose, an archaeologist from the Ontario Centre for Archaeological Education, has now revealed that they are symbols from the Lord's Prayer, a well-known Christian prayer written in Swedish. So a bunch of Swedes went to Canada.
Did I not just tell you?
And
The
graffitied them.
Vikings were here?
Right. All right, fine. Well,
the Vikings were here long before we were taught North America was first discovered.
But yes, so it is the mystery of
It came and went.
200-year-old religious runes found in Canada, finally cracked. They were identified as Nordic runes, and that's how they were able to eventually decipher them. It was a surprising find in the middle of Canada, but researchers later discovered that the Swedish workers were hired by the Hudson's Bay Company in the 1800s to work at remote trading posts, suggesting one of them may have made the carving. Well, I can't read the Lord's Prayer in Swedish, so how about we just play it? This is the Lord's Prayer in Swedish.
Vår Fader, du som är i himlen, låt ditt namn bli helgat, låt ditt rike komma, låt din vilja ske på jorden så som i himlen.
Did they say something about Jews? I heard Juden.
No.
I can't tell what this is. This just sounds like if they give you a whole bunch of Novocaine and they ask you to talk. I don't get it. I can't understand this language.
Ge oss idag det bröd vi behöver och förlåt oss våra skulder.
How could you tell if somebody's drunk? when they're speaking this way. They sound that way already.
It's
Som vi
old
har
English
förlåtit
almost.
dem som står i skuld till oss.
Damn, annoyed Wawa supervisor been hitting on the steel toe at least 2 years. Yeah, that's why I said I thought there was a grocery chain named Wawa because of annoyed Wawa supervisor. I thought we did a story about
watch
something
Steel
popping off
Toe,
at a
so-
Wawa. Yeah, I get that, but I that's why I asked you
Yeah,
about the Wawa
um,
thing, because I thought the Wawa grocery store chain was a southern, like, U.S. thing, and it was in the south of U.S., and if it was in the south of Canada and the north of U.S., you're assuming that the Swedes are ever sober. Wawa is in the East Coast, says King Kong. All right, so yeah, Wawa is on the East Coast and in the south, but like, is the city Wawa in the East Coast? I don't know. All I know is I'm confused. Minnesota has the infamous Kingston Rune Stone, which was not decided if it was real or not yet. But did they say what the Kingston Runestone, what the runes meant? Imagine someone mentioning the Dabbleverse in public. I think they aren't mentally ill and nobody would have a fuck damn clue what the hell they are talking about. Yeah. I don't know what that's about. Humans are warm-blooded. It's too cold in Canada, says Fanatical Bucks fan. Disagree. But I
It's
like
not
a
that
hive
cold.
mind. All right.
Och utsätt oss inte för prövning, utan rädda oss från
Wawa's
det
the
onda.
equivalent. Yeah, that's what I thought. And that's why, again, the town of Wawa, this weirds me out. I love to threaten coworkers with talking about Chris Chan. No, don't. All right? Leave that evil where you found it. Imagine bring up Dabbleverse out of nowhere. Yeah, that's actually what I'm going to say. I like Roy Sombrero. Rusty Grammar. I don't know where I'm. Oh, Rusty Grammar. That's where these side conversations in these chats. I can't keep track of your inner. And good to see you, Hobo Chili Recipe. Digger's a dude. Nope, not true at all. They're not supermarkets, convenience stores. Wawa Superstain. Blah blah blah. Washington. Damn dirty Canuck. They have a standalone drive-through. Oh, cool. I get tired of hearing that name all the time. Oh, and numero uno. Well, I don't know what we're talking about.
Where's
Is the Wawa thing? He's tired of hearing that name. We were talking about an actual city named Wawa. So I don't know. Wawa is originally from Philadelphia, but they have them in Florida and Georgia, says Hobo Chili Recipe. So yeah, Wawa, like, to me, Wawas were convenience stores. So when I read a story that we sent, or not we, that people sent Swedes to live in Wawa in the 1800s, it's like, okay, what? It's just weird. And now the whole thing's falling apart. Anyways, who gives a shit about the Lord's Prayer in Swedish? None of us, as I know, speak Swedish anyway. So they found the tablet, and it's apparently the Lord's Prayer. Hooray, hurrah. Does that prove or disprove Jesus? I don't know. You sent me this one. This is one that's apparently going viral for young musicians going viral after coaxing grizzlies.
Oh, this was cute.
With their
This
grizzly.
is cute, and this is from where I grew up.
Yeah, but coaxing grizzlies. What do you mean coaxing grizzlies? Like the actual bears?
Yes.
So we're
It's a native song that these tribes used in the West Coast in BC. There's a few different coastal tribes, and they had different ways of dealing with the wild animals.
Yeah.
That are there.
Before the
And,
advent of the shotgun, I'm sure you had to get creative, but why are we still relying on them?
Well, no, you're doing it to remember remember that such things can be done. First off, to remember your heritage and remember, there's a different
just
way.
Feed
I
small
think
children
it's
to a bear.
amazing. I think it's amazing.
All right, well, let's see what it is.
I mean, the kids, it's singing, it's kids singing. So but it's freaking amazing.
Wild Zaffron Wawas are East Coast. Come and Go is in the Midwest. Dude, and that is something I need. I need to find the nearest Come and Go and get a shirt. Like, I need a Come and Go shirt. Actually, I need two. We need one for you. So overrated. I've never been to a Wawa. But Digger has danced outside naked drinking vodka. I can tell, says Sean. That didn't realize what that
No.
has to do with anything. I love come and go, says Brian the Science. Yeah, I know. Dude, maybe that's the road trip I need to find a way. That's my vacation that I can find a way to take. A drive to a come and go. Wawa is where homeless people ask for spare change and shun each other for using their EBT on food instead of selling them for drug money. That's sad because it was never meant for the latter. All right, I don't get, like, I'm not trying to shit on you here, Digger, but I don't get it. All right. So
It's an incredible moment caught on camera. The proud little warrior.
where they're penned up. These bears already can't go anywhere, and they're shouting at them to leave.
No. They can go. There's this side of this is the coast of Canada, Vancouver. On that side of their side of the fence, it just goes. That's all crown land, provincial land. It's just wild. It's untouched. It's
Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to hit
open.
play again, but it almost looks
So-
like there's a building right there.
Yeah, no, I'm saying on the bear's side.
Yeah,
of the
but
fence.
on the bear side of the fence, it
Yeah.
looks like there's a building and like an old farm. Anyhow, but
Either
even-
which way. So what they've done is they've started singing, and the bears have come out of there to them. It's not like it's just.
they're making a lot of noise. Bears might investigate.
I don't know. I was always told, and my rule of thumb when I was outside by myself was to make noise because that lets the wildlife know that I'm coming.
Mm-hmm.
And so that they can avoid
So
me.
let's be
Usually,
clear.
if
When
you make a lot of noise,
never
they
come
don't
quietly in the
to
woods
you.
is what you're saying. You're saying when you're coming
Yes,
in the woods,
I've always got my keys
come out loud.
on my belt loops so that as I walk, that jingles and makes noise, so that the wildlife knows I'm coming. It
Well,
works.
I feel like the moaning would also be a good sign. Let's hear.
Except for the
Performing
one
outside the
time.
Well, there were so many of you
Wow.
coming at once.
Well, No, there was two bears fucking in the middle of the trail, so they didn't hear my keys jangling on my belt loop.
So
they were too
so you're
busy.
saying they couldn't
didn't
hear
hear
you
it.
coming because they were too busy hearing each other coming.
Yep. Just turned right back around the corner, back the trail the way it came, and we found a different way home.
All right.
grizzly bear habitat on Grouse Mountain in North Vancouver.
I felt so blessed when they came
Perhaps, yeah.
really close to us, and then my first time seeing a grizzly bear. It felt so awesome, and
Okay, I'm sorry. You said you guys have been getting invaded by the Chinese, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys said you've been getting invaded by the Chinese, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He's not helping. He's not helping anyone fighting that stereotype. I'm just saying. His choice of hat, along with unfortunately what appears to be his outward genetics, he looks like. I'm sorry. This one looks like. I'm just gonna say he doesn't look Alaskan. Let's put it that way, or native Canadian. What do you call those?
Okay.
Do you call those natives, or what do you guys call like the Inuit people or whatever they are? What are they?
They're Native Americans now, I think is the most.
But that's
I
our
think
country,
that's
isn't
the
it?
most up to date title for them. I'm Indigenous peoples. Indigenous peoples might be better. I'm not sure. I'm hearing that. one
Either
a bit.
way, his parents might be indigenous, but he looks like he got here by way of China. I'm just saying. And I think a lot of it's the hat that's doing that
I'm
for me.
thinking it's the hat for you. Yeah.
But just
Yeah.
get it. Come on, get another hat.
so exciting to sing to the bears.
For the past 6 months,
Sophia has a way of finding.
All right, screw
stupid
you,
ass.
screw you, and your fucking embedded midway ads.
Yeah.
No, I just want to hit play, you dick. I don't want to buy.
Well,
a
you saw
car.
them.
Perfect fit.
You saw them singing and drumming.
When she was
and
searching
you
for
saw
ideas,
There's
the
nothing
she
else to
started
get
at
to.
bears were
months
coming.
these 10 and 11-year-old musicians have
go.
been practicing here at the Chief Joe Matthias Rec Center.
See, this
within
was
their
the
traditional
picture. This was the picture that weirded me out because they're showing them practicing, and I was like,
Yes.
so they're doing what with grizzly bears in apparently an indoor setting, and so that's where I got excited.
Oh,
but yeah,
I see. Yeah. No,
They
no.
misled.
No, they're practicing.
It's all about kind of like connecting to our culture and like singing and honoring the animals that we're singing for.
Over the week.
Again, like, I don't know if he knows this.
So-
But it's all about like connecting to our culture and stuff, and like singing to the bears. Like that makes me feel like, nah, you're just doing this.
They don't
'Cause
just sing to the bears.
Weekend video of the boys went viral after they came across Kula and Grinder. They couldn't see the bears at first. That's when they sang their grizzly song and coaxed them out.
And I thought it was kind of supernatural. I really like looking into supernatural stuff.
Oh,
because if you
Yeah, but dude, you think Santa and the Tooth Fairy are still real? Trust me, the world's gonna hurt you soon.
keep looking,
11
it
years old, you
always looks
think?
like it.
I don't know. I'm just playing with this. Don't shit on my good day. Bear meat is good, says Mr. Q. Never had. Although we did have
Never had
reports from someone in the northern Minnesota area that they saw a black bear like by the road. Johnny, it's a kid. Just let it go. LOL, says Bird Collector.
Right?
Brian says, oh, cringe. Johnny's just roasting kids now. I mean, anybody.
I know. It's a cool story. They were at the bear place looking for the bears. The bears weren't coming out, so they decided to sing to the bears, and the bears came out. I think that's pretty cool. I think maybe if they had sang a different song to say a whale, maybe the bears wouldn't have come in or come out to see them. I think they would have just stayed where they were. I think the Native Americans knew a lot more than we give them credit for when it comes to living.
I think we like to.
With-
I think we like to find
with the world.
supernatural beliefs that they had some sort of like smarter than thou knowledge and ability. It's nah.
No. I just think they had different ways of
Yeah, but I think like a lot of the
surviving,
ways they had it of surviving were out of a necessity because normal ways wouldn't work. Like again, are these bears not going
Well-
to attack people? Are these bears safe
I have
to be
no
around?
idea. Why did their ancestors sing that song? Coaxing bears out. Maybe they did that.
But,
to
that,
kill 'em
but
all.
then again, do
Maybe
we
they
know
were
the song
having
naturally
regular
coaxes? You're assuming.
calls.
You're assuming the song is coaxing the bears out. I'm saying they played the song. The bears came out. There's the bear song. But was it designed to get the bears to come out and hang out? Like I feel like the idea,
So it's
because
a bear
keep in mind,
song.
well, it's the bear song, yeah. But I feel like if the bears just came out to pay attention to you when you played the bear song, like, and that was a thing, we'd probably have like circus performances all the time. Like, hey, watch me summon the bear, woo. But
Well,
they didn't have
would we?
fences back then. So like, again, you brought the bears out to see you, and they just don't want to eat you. Like, I don't know. I don't trust it.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, maybe they were doing that. Maybe that was a song they used to get the bears out so that they could have a cull. Feed the tribe on bears and have all that extra.
That sweet,
maybe
sweet
that's
bear meat.
how that. You never know. Maybe that's how they did it. See? Thank you, Fettuccine al Poo.
It's
Thank
the
you.
xylophone shits that really bother me. On
I
that.
know.
It's- and he did it like
The musical
and-
bear poop. I love. Thank you.
I was going through my show.
That's for shitting on the kids
I was
coaxing
doing,
the
I
bears
was,
out
I
with
was
their
doing one
song.
story. I was doing one story, and I was just sharing my opinions. And one of my fans came right up next to me, and he did a fart sticker. Like, oh come on, fuck off. That's every bit as emotionally traumatizing. I need to see the manager and talk to him. So we've got a couple other stories to talk about. We got Caitlin Clark. The first hour stories. You know what? We'll save the coffee shop one for the end. So we'll get to these two first. Firstly, this one apparently, guys, if you didn't know, I would like to inform you, it is illegal. I repeat, illegal to fire a gun out of a Lambo window to celebrate your wedding. So for all of you that thought
shit.
that yeah, dude, I know this is America, but slow your roll.
Which part of that situation was illegal?
Which part? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the discharging of a firearm while driving down the road, kind of frowned upon.
Okay.
I have to cough
I'm
for a
just thinking
second.
these days, you never know. It might be because they're shooting out of a Lambo.
Well,
The fact that it was their birthday or their wedding day, rather.
it was their wedding day. That's why they were shooting. That was
Yeah.
the reason. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that. Yeah.
But again,
The Bears.
you're not. I don't think you're allowed to
Yes.
discharge a weapon on your wedding day, but doing it out of a Lamborghini is a problem.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh dear
These
Lord,
days, you never
this
know.
story is getting dumber by the second. The writer of the article says, "Did you know that in Detroit you can rent a Lambo for $1,500 a day for things like prom, graduations, or weddings? But you can't shoot a handgun out the window to celebrate the wedding." Oh dear Lord.
Good to know.
I know people will assume that I'm biased, so I'm sorry, but we're gonna zoom this in. Here's our suspect in question for those of you who I'll just let you draw your own conclusions while I continue to read the story. Hassan Rabat is now aware that that's a thing. He was arrested for firing a handgun out of his window from a rented purple Lamborghini. I think that's the part that hurts the most.
Well, it can't have been
You
his.
can't afford.
No.
You can't afford the Lambo, but you can afford the gun, and you're gonna pull this like, oh fuck you. While he was on his way to a June 1st wedding in Dearborn Heights, Michigan.
Oh, now he knows. Was he born here?
No, God no.
Okay.
Did you not hear me read the name?
Well, no, but there's
Hassan
a lot of people with that
Rabat-
name
Rabat?
at his age that probably were born here at this point. And you,
Well, if he was born here,
America,
he's
maybe
definitely
not.
keeping some old school customs. Because let me tell you, leaning out the window and popping off some rounds to celebrate,
Well,
I'm going to tell you that's not an American civilization thing. We
That's
have
why
the
I'm
Second
asking, though.
Amendment, and even in this country where we have the Second Amendment, we're not like, woohoo, happy birthday, congratulations, have fun at prom. No, like Yosemite Sam is a cartoon character, but his actions are literally lived out by an entirely different culture. It's fucking weird, man. Oh boy, we got a news story on the whole thing. Well, I'll take that. I'll take that. They might have some facts and some interviews. So let's scroll you back here. Whoa, back to 100% instead of magnifying it too much. Right. And fool me once, won't get fooled again. All right, so let's find
Thank
out.
you, Los Federales. See, maybe it's a Canadian thing. It's not an American thing. But he and I are both thinking, no, at that age, he could totally have been born and raised in this country. And
Oh, he totally
but it's
could
a
have.
Canadian thing, I think. Yeah.
And this is my ignorance of hoping that if you were born and raised in this country, you're smarter than that.
Well, exactly. I would have thought.
I would have thought so too. And that's my hope. And I'm sure I'm probably wrong, but still. Hillary Clinton drive-by. T. Jefferson, welcome to Chirac. No, this is Dearborn, Michigan. Is that near Chicago? I don't think so. All right, let's go. Boom.
A warning from Dearborn Police, don't do it.
The department issuing a strong message to people who rent high-end vehicles and then commit crimes. Here's Fox 2's Ingrid Kelly.
It sounds innocent.
There's this habit of people renting vehicles and celebrating on their way to weddings.
But what happens?
What people? What people? This you're saying this is a common habit. This is my problem. This is not a common habit. I lived in this country my whole 42 years of life. This has never been a common habit. There is a recently introduced group in the general population, and that might be a common habit for them, but we can't call that out, can we?
No.
And meanwhile, we're supposed to act like we're not being replaced or any of that stuff when we have to watch these people again who like, oh, I needed to be told I couldn't discharge a firearm out of a car while driving down a road. Yeah, the general discharging of a firearm, highly frowned upon outside of self-defense and shooting ranges. Hunting is a very gray area. It's all about who you hit and who did the shooting. Because you shoot a guy hunting and you're a criminal. You shoot a guy hunting while you're the vice president, and the victim apologizes for getting shot in the face.
It was a butt, I thought.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Dick Cheney
thought
shot
he
somebody
shot
in the
him
face with
butt.
birdshot while they were quail hunting.
What was it? Yeah, I thought he shot his friend in the butt, not in the face.
No, he shot him in the face. The friend apologized for getting in the way.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember all that. I just, for whatever reason, I thought he shot him in the butt.
Oh, no, it wasn't the ass.
Okay.
Little bastard shot me in the ass. Dude, you tried to kick me in the dick. You missed. And I got a big dick.
No, you don't.
Oh, that's just hurtful.
Rental vehicles is why the Dearborn Police Department is sounding the alarm.
Oh!
Traffic and then
Just,
fire.
hey, traffic's going slow.
Yeah.
You're getting married. Let me enact this. You're just driving down the highway on a nice Friday afternoon. Oh, it's an afternoon. It's a wedding. Well, no, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Whenever we'll say Friday
Probably
afternoon.
the weekend.
It's clearly backed up there, so it's clearly some sort of rush hour time. I'm assuming evening. But so you're on the way there to the wedding. You're just like, hey man, my friends are getting married. I'm super happy. That's not okay.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, no, I'm not okay.
That's not okay. Johnny's never been to a Jack Pine Savage wedding. Yeah, clearly not. Clearly not. HC drive-by, so dead in a lock. What? HC drive-by. So dead in a locked room with 17 stab wounds to the back. Oh, Hillary Clinton drive-by. Yeah, no. Donate Johnny. Donate Johnny $5 for a controlled burn, $10 for an accidental discharge. I think Digger is conflating it with the scene in Wedding Crashers, which came out at that time. All right.
Could be.
Though, really, when it comes to politicians, ass or face, what's the difference? Mussolini has a very good point. Very good point.
Yep.
All right. Let's check Rumble chat before we get back into this story. Dearborn is the Michigan equivalent of Little Mogadishu, Minneapolis. Rusty grammar. I don't know that that doesn't sound like a real place. That doesn't sound real. Maybe in the South, Dearborn, Michigan. No way. The Upper Peninsula, most likely. Yeah, it's in Dearborn, Michigan. Who hasn't done that? Apparently, I'm on the outs. Dearborn is Rashida Tlaib Taliban. Just I don't know what that is. That their last name? I feel like that's not right. I hunt from my living room window, sometimes from the cab. I don't have time to sit in a blind or a tree stand all day. See, rural discharge is fine on private land. However, Dearborn is a city, so gunfire is a no-no. Yeah, I feel like Dearborn doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but it's not common practice. Get out the way, I kill you, lols. I don't know. I don't think that's what they were just shooting in again, like the cop car or whatever, the video we saw, they're driving down the road trying to figure traffic's at a standstill, and they go by a blue Lambo that's just in rolling traffic, and the person just has the gun outside. Pop, pop. Like,
Yeah, just because.
I'm guessing it had a silencer. Well, the video didn't have any audio that they showed.
A gun out of the window in celebration.
It happened Sunday near Ford and Evergreen in Dearborn. The driver and their passenger inside a high-end purple Lamborghini. When the passenger decides to fire gunshots out the window, you can see him on the left side of your screen. The dash cam of another vehicle driving nearby records the criminal act. Then 911 is dialed.
911, what's the address of your emergency? I'm on Ford Road heading west towards East Dearborn. This guy's shooting guns in the middle of Ford Road.
There's been this habit of folks renting vehicles and driving.
Can we hear who the folks are? I bet if we wanted to if we wanted to connect some dots.
When there's a wedding.
When police arrive, they investigate.
A habit of committing crimes and driving recklessly. Yeah, there's a group of people who take celebration as fair game to just be an unrepentant asshole with other people's property, stuff, and or things, and to again open fire to celebrate.
track the vehicle down.
Tracked the vehicle down at a local hall where they were celebrating the wedding and impounded the vehicle.
Police also arrest Hassan Rabat of Detroit. They say he's related to the wedding party. He's also a CPL holder and is currently out on bond.
We issued them a citation for reckless
He has a CPL? He has a
What, is
conceal
that
carry? Isn't that what a CPL is?
That's what I was going to say. Isn't that a conceal and carry? CPL?
So let me get this straight. You at no point thought this would be, again, like, dude, either it's one of two things. Either you weren't raised in this country to understand what's right or wrong and you come from a country and a culture where that's okay, or it's just part of your culture and it doesn't get bred out. Because it's, again, like, dude, you, no way he had a special because you have to have FFL to get one. Yeah, I don't think he didn't have a silencer. The pistol was very clearly visible. But you have the ability to carry, like, because you have to go through gun training and gun safety courses, and at no point do you think this is a bad idea. They had DLs and voter IDs. When the U.S. deports an illegal, what happens to their credit card and other debts? I don't know.
Well,
Illegals
my guess
can get
is
credit
no
cards
one
without an
turns off the
SSI.
credit card, so they keep using the credit card even though they've been deported. That's my guess.
Concealed permit license, says Wild Saffron. Okay, so he did have a
Okay,
concealed carry. That's what a
yeah.
CPL is. So this dude knows better, knows way better, and still fucking, like, God, what a
Doesn't give a
piece of
shit.
shit.
Police say it's not just wedding parties they're concerned about.
Encourage
Oh yeah, no. Let me just tell you from my own experience in this state: wedding parties, graduation parties, graduation ceremonies. Who knew that? And it's not even handguns. They'll bring Uzis and firearms that the state deems illegal. They'll bring those too. Again, like, we can't talk about, like, this isn't everybody has this problem. One day this isn't like the fentanyl crisis or something where this just started affecting everybody. We can't talk about how one group of people behaves this way. That affects everybody. And we can't talk about how we can lock any of that down or we're racist. His gun owning days are over, says Wild Saffron. I hope so.
His legal gun
yeah,
owning
let's be
days
honest.
are over,
Let's be
but
honest.
do you think
He
he's
lives in
gonna-
Detroit. His legal gun owning days are over.
Like, don't rent your kids these cars for graduation because nothing good's going to come out of it.
The chief is now using social
Don't rent your kids these cars for graduation because nothing good's going to come out of it. Here's where I have a problem. I've always been an advocate of don't count other people's money. If you just recently immigrated to this country, even for a couple of years, what the are you doing where you have that kind of money where it's like, well, it's your graduation, so I can give you $1,500 to rent a car. Like, I grew up in a poor family where my family wouldn't give me money to rent a car for anything. Like, if I was going to graduation, they're like, don't you have a shit bucket that you drive every day? Now you're driving it in a tux. Congratulations.
My friends and I, we all rented a caravan.
Right, but my
It
point
took
is,
all of us there.
my point is, your parents, like, your parents are,
There
or
was
you,
no-
just where are they getting this money, dude? He had a CPL. He was a citizen.
Yeah, that's what
I didn't think he was an illegal immigrant. I thought he was a
Well,
citizen.
no, I was just asking if he was born here or not. But if he's got a CPL, he's been around for a while. He's been there for a long
dude,
enough time to.
I'm
have
throwing
the
it all
ID
out the window.
necessary.
Was drawing other lines earlier. Was using this. All right. Anyways, like I said, the minute they told me he had a CPL, it didn't matter because he's like, all right, it doesn't matter whether you were here yesterday or today. You filed paperwork. You went through all the training. It doesn't matter. You should know that this isn't okay. Point for digger, says Royce and Bro. Right. This is my show where the points mean
good.
nothing and there are no prizes. Continuing.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Media
what did that mean?
There are no
What
prizes
does
and the
it gonna
points mean
mean?
absolutely nothing. It's my favorite part of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Anyhow,
This
boom.
purple Lamborghini was impounded because it was driving recklessly and people were shooting out of the windows. If you rent cars and you drive recklessly anytime in the city, wedding or not, your car will be in the same spot. To let the public know
So now
that this
the
is
owners who have
unacceptable
probably had
and
that
the
rented out
people
to
that do
other
this in the
people
city of Dearborn will be held
have
accountable.
to get it
In
out of
Dearborn,
impound first.
Not necessarily. I don't like, holy fucking, dude. Fucking pick an eyebrow. All right? What is this? What is that? What is this? Before we move on, Rabbit, either start shaving the shit or get a Sharpie. But pick a lane. This like a little bit here, a little bit there, but we're sloped here. We're flat edged there. Pick a speed, my friend. Good God. But no, wouldn't it fall on, and maybe this is just my ignorance, wouldn't it fall on the vehicle, the person who rented the vehicle? The same way, like, when you pay the $10 insurance or whatever for if anything happens, if you get into an accident or whatever, they'd still go through the course of investigating the accident, and you would still be held accountable as the driver, like if you were at fault.
Perhaps, but the owner of that Lamborghini has probably got
you're right.
multiple other events
That they need to rent that out for.
in the future that they're going to have to cancel on.
No, they're not.
And that's
no, dude, no, they're not. Here's how it works for that. If the
car
fucking,
is an impound.
yeah, the car's an impound. Anybody can pay to pick it up, and the renter can pay to pick it up. It's their car. They show proof of ownership. They can easily pay to pick it up and get it out of impound. If they want to hold the guy accountable until they do, then they
like that,
yeah. But if they want to hold the guy accountable, then they hold on to it. I'm sure they have other cars at that point. But if like push come to shit and they need the car, they could get the car themselves and then just pursue him for the financial damages, take him to court, all that jazz. I'm willing to bet though that they'll just pay their fines or whatever. Because again, we saw how they're handling it. Well, you know, we've had this problem with people. I'll be like, no, you've had this problem with a new group of people. Let's get a Dearborn. I think I've seen that purple Lambo. Use promo code points for Johnny. No, Sean. I browsed the internet to see if I could fire a gun from a car, and one site said it was okay. It was Reddit, says Mussolini Diff. Saint saying, renting a car for a special event, $1,500. Handgun for celebrating, $800. Enjoying a wedding, else there is ISIS card, don't blow up home without it. Thank you. Execution was weird. Usually the person who owns the car gets it out of impound, then sue for the money back, says Brian. Yeah. Sean saying, well, and if this is true, this speaks a lot more to your point. Sean saying that's $200K easy. $200K for impounding that car? Again, like, you don't got the money to own one. Don't pull shooting out the window during the wedding.
Yeah, but they don't give a shit because it's not actually going to harm them in any way.
Well,
the person who's getting fucked around is the person who owns the thing, who now has to pay to get it out of the impound if and when the police finish their looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then they've got to get it and take it care of. All the time that they're spending, they're losing bookings.
Right.
Also, it doesn't look good for the clients talking to other people for word of mouth. It looks horrible.
You're assuming this is a mom and pop shop running this thing. I'm guessing it's totally not, because they could let me slow your roll for a minute. I get what you're saying.
If you're running only 10 cars, that's gonna hurt you.
They're running fucking Lamborghinis. Those ain't cheap. So this outfit's got capital that they're working with, and they're insured. And here's my biggest part for this. You heard the cop saying, "We've had a slew." This ain't the first time. Right. So whether there's
their insurance is going to be going through the roof too.
Whether there's a special let's call it the Muzzy profile, whether there's a special profile or not, they're paying a special set of insurance like every customer, because it might be 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 5 out of 10, doesn't matter. All 10 of them are paying that special thing to cover for the cost of the others. So either they're paying special insurance premiums already for it, or at least they have it worked out with the insurance companies. But yeah,
okay, so it's okay to go and steal from the big stores because
no,
it's not insurance.
No, it's still a dog shit thing to do. But you're like, but they're doing this and they're depriving those people. Like, no, you got to understand, nobody was deprived by this, because if that were the case, somebody might, I don't know, stop it. That's why it's not going to get stopped. It's because nobody's deprived. It's just a whole bunch of hands holding hands waiting for money, and I'm sure a lot of it will come from the government. So it'll be fine. But again, hey, Dearborn, Michigan, if it was a $20K car, then yes, I'd believe they're hurting. But Lambos for sure got money stashed. Yeah.
Okay.
It's again the class of the car, which just speaks more to the dickishness of the people involved.
Fair enough.
Fair. Sorry, did I interrupt you? Did you want to say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I spent $35 a day for my rental car, not $1,500, but I guess I got a Dodge Neon and not a Lamborghini. Right. That's my point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a surprise all over. But hey, like I said, at least he's from Detroit, where if he does lose his ability to have legal firearms, he'll probably find avenues on which to purchase illegal ones.
Exactly.
Ooh, let's go to something fun. Let's deflate whatever the mood is. Somebody else was saying, "Oh, just in a mood today." We got a Caitlin Clark video of her getting punched in the face. We got an hour in the show left, so we're gonna do this and then the other one. Well, I was gonna do the fun one, but that, like I said, I don't want to bring the mood.
Let's get rid of the cake.
Let's get rid of the Caitlin one first. I don't know, and I'm gonna say right now before I air this isn't racial. I don't know what the WNBA's problem with Caitlin Clark is, but it's starting to seem incredibly pointed. Because at no point you do see some ladies of color on the WNBA court here. At no point does a lady of color interfere with Caitlin. Let's hit play on this. Boom! She just got punched in the face. All right, she just got punched in the face by this chick, and watching it for the third time now, I don't even think it's accidental. Like, Caitlin's moving in with the basketball. Whoever this is standing right there, and that might be like a chest bump, a shoulder bump, like people collide. She pushed forward and she raked her face with her hand. And I could believe that as being unintentional. That's 1 second into the 8-second clip. Watch this. She gets hit. People are calling about it. She's upset about it. She's like, dude, pushed again. Like, how dare you? Yeah. Now this lady's getting, now in her face. Now this lady just comes up and power bumps her onto the ground.
Wow.
Like, dude, and again, that, like, I had this thing before where I was like, oh, the tall white girl came to the WNBA and she was a big celebrity and a star, so you guys got jealous, whatever. I had my moment of that for a while. Now this is evolved beyond that. You can't even say that at this point. It's just apparently the rest of the WNBA fucking hates Caitlin Clark. What did she do? So far as I know, she's done nothing but be a good basketball player.
That's,
This would be like if everyone kicked the shit out of Wayne Gretzky every time he was on the ice. All right, so we're going to replay it one again. All right, I'm going to start it from the beginning. Yeah. If you, I explained it if you're listening, not watching. I'm going to just hit play on without stopping it so you can just see. Again, it's 8 seconds. It's remarkably short, and I would be willing to buy the first interaction as an accident. The second and the third, no fucking way. Second, third. Nah. You just got served. Why do they hate Caitlin Clark? What does she do to you people? Clark gets scraped in the eye by J.C. Sheldon. She then comes back for more, and they share a quick shove, as we called it, and then she just gets completely body checked from Marina Mabry. I don't know. Sophie Cunningham just took out the chick who raked Caitlin Clark's eyes. Can Dennis Rodman put his dress back on and be an enforcer? Things getting spicy. Oh, dude. Okay, so we've got apparently this is how the teammates responded to her that attack happening. This is a 1:11 clip. I want to see where this is. Apparently the teammates responding. Oh, damn.
And here we got another break here as J.C. Sheldon goes right after.
Dude, the ladies finally learned from hockey. Congratulations, girls. You know what'll get the ladies basketball more fans? Busting up and breaking up each other's face constantly. Because they don't fight. Like, the dudes in the NBA, they got too much money to fight. Like, I don't want to I'm making too much money off of this. I can't punch you in the face. I'll get suspended. Like, I'm buying a whole bunch of shit I can't afford. Like, so there's where they're at. So they're fighting more and more. Like, this could start packing stadiums for this shit. It's a bra and panty match. Now get in there and shit on her chest. Like, I mean, just do something. It worked for the WWE.
Anything.
The blame is all on the officials. All right, so at least the commentary's takes are dog shit. The blame is all on the officials. How dare these refs not preemptively understand that they were going to start assaulting each other on the court? So yes, Caitlyn Jenner still struggling. Los Federales, that's cool as fuck. Oh, let's catch up with the chat. You guys have been rolling for a bit.
Not Caitlyn Jenner.
I'm
not Caitlyn Clark.
If it were 20K car, I spent 35 a day. Lambos, I swear, bruh, vibes are off. I'm sorry, dude. I had a difficult day with my therapist. I've got personal struggles I'm going through. I don't know what you want from me. Lambo was originally a farm tractor company. I did not know that, Sean. A farm tractor company?
That's interesting, yeah.
Huh. Well, paint me informed. She just got too good and it makes them all mad. Or she's just too good and it makes them all mad. She likely talks mad shit too. Oh, I'd believe it. She's like Larry Bird in a lot of ways. Oh, I'd believe she talks mad shit. El Diablo for the wins. Oh, okay. They're all jealous because she can hit logo threes. The engine position and horsepower are also part of the name. For example, Lamborghini Inventor LP640, Aventor Bull's name, LP Latitude Posteriori rear engine, 640 horsepower. Wow! That is informative, Los Federales. It is a most serious thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you said that, did I interrupt you? I apologize.
No, just I did not know that either. We're learning all sorts of stuff this morning.
It's It's the evening. God, well, it's an hour left and we're done. Los Federales, that's cool as fuck. I didn't know any of that. Lambos are beautiful machines. Yeah, dude, I wanted a Lamborghini El Diablo when I was a kid. Still love that beautiful car. The WNBA more watchable than the NBA. Yeah, if they're gonna start fighting, hell yeah, cat fighting especially. I'll tune in on a Tuesday to watch a good cat fight. Mr. Q, that track's brand new, and the Golden Child will make them mad. NBA is just a flop festival. Oh no, not you. Your show's great today. Oh, sorry, Royce. I am having a difficult day, so I thought you were talking about me. Did you ever watch DDE, Los Driven Daily Exotics? Excellent YouTube channel. That might be an interesting one to say. Heard a rumor that you two are boning now. RP? Do you know how, like, look, I got a big dick. No, I'm kidding. Do you know how big that dick would have to be to cross several state lines and a national border? I won't say that. The desire to bone.
You're East Coast, I'm West Coast. That on a continent where like there's not.
Look, as soon as it's feasible, sure. I wouldn't turn her down and may or not be looking for ways to import her, but I mean, let's take it easy. What did Toad do that violates his? I don't think so.
What? Oh, allegedly Nick posted something about Aaron's thing not being done or something. I don't know.
A lie?
It's Nick. It's Nick shit posting. I'm not really.
Here's what I'll do. All right, God, it's all over Twitter. Oh, so that makes it true because there isn't a community of people that hate it. Here's what I'll do. I'll tell you the same thing I'll say to anybody.
Until the Clippers tell me.
I don't. Here's when I'll believe it. I'll believe it on Monday when Aaron's talking about it. Otherwise, I don't believe it's happening. Or when the show doesn't happen,
believe it
when it affects my life in some way. And by the way, that's not like you trust. Like no. We've been hoping to get back on radio, forever and ever a day. If Aaron were to tell me tomorrow, like, we're gonna get back on radio, like, I'll believe it when it happens. Best of luck to you, and I wish you nothing but the best. And should I still be here when that happens, I'll be glad to go back to radio. But I'm not shitting on you. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'll believe it when it happens. Watch
Wild
tonight.
is,
No, probably not.
covering it.
Who is called?
Wild says it very clearly. More of Nick's Berg vomit.
Oh,
And that's basically what I'm
okay.
talking
Right,
about.
like I said, when I have a source that isn't that, and I don't mean this to sound as disrespectful as it does, so I will apologize because this is going to sound disrespectful. When I have a source that isn't that shit posting camp, yeah, because that's the same shit posting camp. What are you going to do when Aaron gets incarcerated? Are you taking over the Steel Toe Show? And I'm like, that's not happening. Oh, what are you going to do when he goes to jail for a month? I'm like, that's not happening. And it doesn't matter how many times you stack up the I told so wins in that column. It's always like, no, you don't understand. This is the time. Like, sure it is. Sure it is. Get invested in it. I'll wait. Yeah. The source is paperwork, legal paperwork. All right, God, you sound way too invested in this.
We can, yeah. If it's
Bro,
real,
it definitely got
paper,
filed.
legal stuff, then it'll come out, and so be it. But yeah, there's so many rumors and things are about to happen.
Yeah, like I said, I'll wait for it.
Gabe interview. Yeah. He was swearing that he's going to bring out all sorts of stuff that no one's heard before. Turns out he just reported the bare minimum of stuff that
we already knew.
No.
And then somebody else kind of over-reported on themselves. Yeah, that's why again I don't buy this.
This actually comes out and actually is a thing. I'm not.
Oh, I know. I don't mean to interrupt you. The chat's moving, so I want to get to this quick because he's pulling the same stupid shit, bro. Aaron is lame. Why not quit and join Super Tips and actually make money?
Oh,
because
goodness, not the Super Tips again.
Really? We've covered this before. Super Tips, again, don't make... There's no guarantee that Super Tips would make more money, and I apparently have to let a person who makes me feel extremely weird map vibes into my computer, and if that wasn't enough, that person is apparently stealing from and denying service to his customers. So I don't want anything to do with that service. And... I mean, ask Chad Zumach why I shouldn't use Super Tips. In fact, thank you, Chad Zumach. Like, Chad Zumach was the I shit on Melton, I don't give a fuck, like whatever person, but I'm going to work with him for Super Tips. He was the canary in the coal mine. And from what I've seen, it goes really bad. So just send me the money directly, but you wouldn't send me Super Tips either.
I didn't know anything happened.
Oh, okay, so here's what happened. Chad Zumach liked shitting on Melton. Chad Zumach started using Super Tips, and because Chad Zumach gathers an audience from a lot of the same people as the Meltonverse that love to hate on Aaron and others, they really flocked to the Super Tips system. He started being the belle of the ball in terms of Super Tips, making more than other people. But because he went on MLC and other places and shit on Melton, Melton stopped working with him in terms of providing customer support and things, kind of giving him runaround shit. So he started having problems with Super Tips, voices being denied and other stuff. And when he called Melton out for this and other stuff, I guess there were some other issues. I have no confirmed information on this second part I'm reporting right now. I heard there was hinky stuff with his computer. Like he let somebody in, that somebody being Melton, and hinky stuff with his computer. But I don't know that for a fact.
Okay. So either which way, yeah. Why would anyone want to sign up to a thing like Super Tips
why would you work with somebody who's going to fuck you over?
Super Chips. I know. I'm sorry, Wild. It's not Super Chips. Like
Super
I
Tips.
said, Super Chips are delicious.
Melton. Oh, Red Scooper letting us know Melton gets pissed if you make more money than him on Super Tips. See, all right, God, there you go. There's your answer. I mean, I know you won't accept it.
Yeah.
But there's your answer. So there you go. Oh my God, so lame. It's a work.
It's not a legit.
Right, it's a work. I'm only fucking you over for a little bit. It's a work. I only put out information that makes me seem like a map. It's a work. I don't want to work with that guy. If it's just a work, I still don't want to work with that guy. Karmic insulted Melton, and Karmic is allowed on Super Tips. Yeah. Plenty of people insult Melton. It's not like if you insult him, it's if you're successful. Again, like, why are you pitching so hard for this? You don't make any money on Super Tips. So, you know what? Where are we? We'll do you a favor.
RP is asking anyone else having the audio cut out here and there.
I haven't, but I'm.
I don't hear us, so I don't know. Is anyone else having audio cutting in and out? Let us know. Otherwise, then it's just you, RP. Hi, by the way.
But yeah, my KBS is good, so I don't know. SH Finder's fee
Okay,
getting
so-
you to sign up. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, great. So I do you a favor and it just costs me. Oh, fuck that. How do you know? Again, people have reported
I do,
the
it's
same way
fine.
you know. How do you know any of the shit you're saying? People have said stuff online and Aaron's lawyers responded. I don't give a fuck about any of it. Again, this coming. I hate these tattletale. Oh, what are you gonna do with this thing? Like, why don't you wait to see how it shakes out? Because you just look like an ass if you call it wrong. And I just. No audio's fine
All
here.
right,
Mine is
RP,
perfect.
it
Yeah.
looks like it's on your side, RP. Sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing because
Johnny Crutches, this is a pyramid scheme. I bet they get paid. And even if it is, that's fine. Like, that's fine. I mean, you don't even have to admit it, but I mean, realize what you're selling. You have a person who's been called out for a lot of hinky shit. You have a person who's pulled hinky shit with the supposed business he owns that runs this thing. Like, everything about it. It's like, if you get, like, here's where I feel like after Chad Zumach publicized his experience, if you get on Super Tips and Melton fucks you over, you earned it because you're too dumb to see the writing on the wall. I mean, personally, it's the whole, like, I'll work with that guy. Because, again, all of these people act like that's the only way to make money. No. I can make way more money if you just throw it to me directly on Venmo or PayPal. But you want to say, you want to put a message through someone else's voice because you're afraid to do it yourself. That's fine. But I'm not out to make that buck, so we're good. I was at the beginning, but then I restarted it, and it went fine. All right, friendly daily reminders, solar flares hitting today. Thank you, Sean. So that's what it is. It's the solar flares probably interrupting shit.
There you go. Yeah.
KKD, red finger number 1. Oh, even if he isn't a map, it is an act, and it is an act. Don't ever associate yourself with those creeps. Right. It's just, I don't, this is the part that I don't understand. I don't understand why I get vibes that I don't want to work with that guy. It is a thing. And those same people go, but you work with Aaron. And I'm like, and you don't want to think about that for a minute. That the guy that works with the person, but you work with Aaron. Right. And I'm saying Melton gives me the creeps. It's almost like he's worse. And again, if I was out doing this for money, like if I was out like, oh no, I only do what pays the most dollars, I don't have any scruples, like then I'd like, I don't know, quit Steel Toe or demand Aaron pay me more, or I quit Steel Toe kind of thing. Like, no, I'm very, very relaxed about the money to the point of self-detriment. Aaron doesn't even promote your GoFundMe. He doesn't need to. Patrick is a normal guy. Yes, a normal guy that puts out an abnormal amount of content sexualizing children. Those are just facts. Those are the facts. So I don't think there's a normal amount that you can put out, but he's definitely exceeded it. So yeah, you're right. He's just a normal guy who puts out an abnormal amount of map-like content. Aaron's lawyer said she should stop watching Aaron's show. Who? He needed a break.
Kayla.
Oh.
Kayla's the one that apparently brought something.
Kayla?
Yeah. Allegedly. This is all that I'm gleaning.
Again,
it
I
from
don't even
chat.
want to wade into this.
No.
I don't even want to wade into this because of the nothing burger this always turns out to be.
Exactly.
That's the the biggest thing.
Roy Sombrero's even saying. So it will be brought up in court and probably a nothing burger. It will be a nothing burger.
It will be a nothing burger.
There's nothing.
And that's the thing. Like, R.I. God isn't going to come in here and go, I was wrong. I'm sorry. No, R.I. God's like, no, you don't understand. And they're going to spurg out. And they're never going to realize how sad your life is that that's what you're holding on to. Like, fucking A, man. I honestly, and I don't mean this to sound like I'm better than people. Do none of you have anything else fucking going on in your life? I have so many personal issues that I have to deal with and stress in life that I can't stress this stuff because who the fuck cares? That is so far outside of my, I'm going to deal with it. Like, how the fuck, boring is your existence? That's what you need. If he goes to jail, the Toe Boys will take care of Gordy while he's there. That worries me. R.I. God is what we call a retard. King Kong Dong, I'm medically retarded. I have paperwork. I did tests. The doctor said you are medically retarded. And now you're insulting me? What have I ever done to you? She'll probably tell him to stop being stupid. I don't want to even speculate on what it is, because even when I thought shit would go bad for him, it's gone way, way, way less serious than even that. All of this stuff always ends up rinsing out. So I'm like, you know what? How about I'm just not going to assume it's nothing. I've assumed it's nothing and been fine. He's mental, Johnny. Big difference. All right, fair enough. You know what? Twist my rubber nipple.
Now for something completely different.
Okay.
Wild Saffron says, why do bananas wear sunscreen?
Why
Their
do
skin doesn't peel.
I hate you.
Come on. That's a great
What did
dad
I do
joke.
to deserve that? Oh my God.
Hey,
Anyways,
that's a complete change from.
you're right.
from
It is.
the
It is. Thank
stupid
you.
Super chip
It is.
stuff.
And I'm going to just move on. And I'm just going to issue this thing. I'm done talking about it, and I don't want to. If you want to, keep it in private messages. But if you feel the need to spurg in the chat, we'll time you out because, quite frankly, like I said, this is my show. So if you don't want to do it, that's fine. I don't give a shit if you don't. But you don't got to be here if you don't. All right. So owners of Florida's, I wanted to find a video. They only apparently have fucking. Oh, we do have a video. Good.
SSH.
All right, let's go to something fun. This is a place I would totally fucking visit if I could get to Florida and not die from the humidity alone.
I know.
There we go. This would be the
St.
place.
Augustine, Florida Cafe. It's not food or beverage that steal the show. There it is.
Wait, hold on.
And plush decor.
Yeah.
Playfully hinted.
You don't. No. Fuck them off.
Go back. Go back. Why was their drink smoking?
They
Why
put a
did
bubble in
have
it.
a smoking bubble?
It's not
That's
food
awesome.
or beverage that steal.
They're injecting like CO2 or something into the liquid, and it's causing a membrane to form.
Yes.
And then when you pop it, the smoke is just going to drop because of the temperature difference.
Yeah.
And it'll have effects on cooling the beverage. I don't know if it'll affect the. Wouldn't CO2 affect the flavor though? Again, this is where you start getting into molecular gastronomy.
The show.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, see, like you pop it.
Don't go technical. It
What?
looks cool.
But
There it is.
there it is. Like, fuck off.
The vibrant and plush decor playfully hinted what visitors are really here for. A turn down this nondescript hallway. And
All right,
then into
honestly, the porn music. As soon as we're gonna start talking about the animals,
Yeah,
that's
that was kinda weird,
That's no, let's not. Firstly, and then secondly, I don't know about you, but I became way less interested in the animals after. Like, what else are you fucking doing to these drinks?
a world of cute and cuddly. Welcome to the Capybara Cafe,
Dude, I do want to go and hang out with a capybara.
offering an experience like no other with the friendly, largest living rodents that everyone can't seem to get enough of.
There's nowhere else that you can get this up close and personal. You can go pet a
She's
capybara,
feeding
but
with the fingers. You don't
typically
feed with the fingers.
Yeah, you don't feed with the fingers. You're
Flat
losing
hand.
you're losing a digit. You aren't feeding with the fingers unless there's like some significant lean time in
Unless
that
you've got
in that vegetable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those I don't know if you know this or not. They chew on wood so those things don't keep growing. Your digits are nothing.
they're not on your lap. They're not sitting and taking up your couch. They're not eating from your hand. It's been an amazing ride.
Stephanie Angel opened the cafe in America's oldest city late last year as a way to sustain her nonprofit, Noah's Ark Sanctuary, dedicated to rescuing and rehabilitating animals in need. Angel, a former firefighter, says rescuing comes
Holy shit. I'm telling you, the scenes she got called to weren't the only thing that were hot. What is that? Dude, that officially makes it 3 now. I have, in my life, seen 3, like, smoking hot blonde women. They've all been firefighters. What is it about that? Like, if you're blonde and a lady and you want to be a firefighter, you apparently just have to be a drop-dead bomb? Like, what the hell happened? I've seen plenty of fat female firefighters, but they're always, like, brown-haired butch ladies. Like, I never just fucking...
Who knew to be a
It's like
firefighter,
it's
all
like
you
there was a
needed to do
firefighter
was be
Barbie
a
doll that went
blonde
out to
with
several
hair
ladies and they stuck with it. It's probably liquid nitrogen. It creates the fuzz off of that. Oh, liquid nitrogen. You're better off. You're right, Mr. Q. It's probably liquid nitrogen. A drop of liquid nitrogen is probably liquid nitrogen, and it creates the fuzz off of that. It makes the fog and cools the drink. Let me ask you a question. You're on a 200-pound male stuck under debris. You're a 200-pound male stuck under debris. Do you want that trying to save you? Danger Bear Wolf Turtle, don't ruin my fantasy with facts. Don't ruin my fantasy. Nothing trumps a ginger, says Los Federales.
Easy, but Cash is another story. Hope that her love of these semi-aquatic South American relatives of the guinea pig would resonate beyond social media.
Has this exceeded your wildest expectations?
Absolutely. I was expecting a couple people to like capybaras and come visit, but the outpouring of support has been overwhelming.
During this visit to the cafe, we met Mocha, Latte, and Macchiato.
Well, she didn't even turn it into a rescue. She started this to fund the rescue. She was doing the rescue, and she's like, I need a way to make this work. How about you come have a coffee with my oversized guinea pigs?
The trio part of a revolving cast of capybara ambassadors. Get this.
Where is she getting them from? I bet they're going to say, do you think it's the zoo? You think it's the zoo?
Can you?
Because these are Central American, so it's like you can't import a couple capybaras and just have them as pets?
That's the thing. That's an awful lot of legal paperwork and hoops she's going to have to be filling out and jumping through.
The Scandinavian women firefighters and police women are absolute 12 out of 10s. I don't
You know
need...
how hard it is to bring a cat or dog into or out of Australia? Very, 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 very hard.
Yeah, but I thought these were
I
thought these
can't
were Central
imagine
American.
What she did to get this.
Again,
Come out.
these are Australian? I thought they were Central American.
For Central American? Okay.
I don't know. The only thing I'm worried about is how hard it's going to be to cross U.S. to Canada with cats, regardless of who and which way. When I live in Japan, I would always go to a cafe that had baby hedgehogs and baby porcupines. Yeah, dude, the cat cafe has been a thing in Japan for a while. Like the kitty cafe. Yeah. Like, I've known a lot about that. I loved watching, what was the one that me and you had a ball watching for a while? Like the train cafe that had cats?
Train. It was, model trains.
They had model trains that they were running, and then they just had cats. And you came and you got food and beverage, and you just watched the trains. You watched the cats. You watched the cats look at and inevitably knock over the trains.
Knock over the trains.
Because they're cats.
You could feed the cats little treats. You could buy treats and feed them to them.
You could buy treats for the cats. Dude, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny asks, where is she getting it from? Answer behind. Shouldn't even need mods, but
choose which days they work and spend their downtime here at this 1,200 square foot oasis.
Their backyard's pretty much nicer than mine.
The cool as cucumber cappies, not just helping Angel fund her dream, but making others come true.
Tell me about the mission here beyond just these awesome encounters.
The cool thing is rescue and rehab gets no money from state and federal funds, so everything is donation. We not only want to provide the animals care, but we also help other rescues and rehabs.
Beyond writing checks, Angel has opened her doors to organizations like Second Chance Ranch and Rescue.
You're holding it, you're loving it. Are you gonna go home and research it, hopefully?
Absolutely.
Dude, I want that thing. Where can I get... If anybody can get me a bobcat, you are my friend.
Is to not only create more opportunities for unique animal experiences, but to also educate about the harsh realities.
Dude, how cool is that?
Like lemurs face.
Dude, that's a lemur. I would love to have a lemur. If someone's like, we need someone to rescue this lemur, done. Lemurs are the shit, mostly from Brazil. AP was saying they're supposedly really good eating. But, I mean...
Lemurs?
No, the capoeira or the capara, the guinea pig
capybaras.
Things. Capybaras, thank you.
Capybaras.
Mostly from Brazil. Midnight at the Oasis. I don't know what Midnight at the Oasis is supposed to reference.
Oh, I know.
This is the difference right here.
I would love to have a... Yes, absolutely. Are you going to forget that you held a critically endangered animal, like, for the rest of your life?
Everything here done by...
Again, a critically endangered animal, but if it needs a fucking home, done, and done. Lemurs are the shit. Although I should say I'm an easy sell because like I've been like susceptible to rabbits versus other people in my life are like, no way. That was randomly pooping.
Not in the house.
The book
no
with
problem
animals
with
and
rabbits.
guest safety being top priority. From chilling with capybara, warming up to wallaby, or assuring an armadillo. Reservations here are booked months in advance. Those lucky enough...
They're fucking booked in advance? So it's not even like, oh, I can come get a nice drink. Like, no. I've been planning this coffee for months.
This is part of my vacation
Tom,
time.
something shitty has gone down at the office. We need you in right now. No. It's my daddy-daughter day. Yeah, I understand. And God damn it, I hate to call you in like this, but oh boy, we need you. I've been planning this cup of coffee for months. Like, oh. Cappies act like dogs from what I hear. Don't know personally. Yeah, AP, but that's what I was saying about the Flemish giant rabbit. They also supposedly act like dogs. And those are like I want my daughter to have a bunny like that. Or I've decided it would also be acceptable for her to have God damn it, now I'm spacing on it. What are those things that we were talking about a minute? No, the animal that was just in here. Not a marmot.
Oh, the lemur.
The lemur. Yes. She can totally have a lemur. Because if whatever pet she has will be a pet I'm taking care of because I'm part-time dad.
Yes.
So after I figure out where the fuck I'm going to go, like wherever that place is and the space that I have for my daughter, like that space will be hers, but I will be maintaining it whenever she's not there, which will probably be a majority of my time that she's not there, unfortunately. So, so it's going to be my lemur that I take care of for her so it can be her lemur when she's there. RI out for the day. I love how how a 60-second timeout sent RI out for the day. Yeah, King Kong, because we ranted about him being stupid and then we moved on and they got, again, he came, that's why, like, I get annoyed with these people. They come here for that drama. That's not what we're about. Like, well, then I'm going to leave. Like, yeah, good. I'd rather build an audience interested in what we're doing. It's just better for everyone involved. I know horses do, but when they know they are bigger than you, horses are assholes. Get a chinchilla, they're better. They're better than what? A lemur or this? I'll say a chinchilla way better than this, but then here's my problem with a chinchilla. I've got to give it dust baths. And they need a really dry climate and they need regular dusting. And those can be very temperamental about being handled. Whatever animal I get has got to be like affection durable because my daughter's a hugger. She's going to love them, whether they want to or not. I want to hug it. I want to pet it. Bunny, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. So let's go. Better than a bunny. Okay, so the chinchilla is better than the bunny. The chinchilla, they don't shit, but they need, like, again, they're going to need dustings.
Plenty to say about their newfound Cappy place.
How was it?
It was the best day of my life.
Dude, and that's the thing. If you're a dad and you have kids, like a little kid be like, it was the best day of my life. And it's like, right? Yeah. You're so young right now where that's such a low bar. Like I'm sitting here holding on to the black pill of reality, just trying to keep it away from you as long as possible. Because every one of those, it was the best day of my life. It's like, yes, it was. And going forward, you're going to have a lot fewer of those. So let's just enjoy this win. And that's how it goes. My friend's sister had a couple of chinchillas. They were buttheads. I've only met a chinchilla once in my life, and it was skittish. So that's where chinchillas are cool.
After an afternoon of cuddles, it's not hard
someone who
to
had a
see
pet
why.
rat and
She just
carry
wants
it
to climb
around
up on your lap and
in a pink
hang out.
vinyl purse.
That's why they say, don't worry, be Cappy.
Don't worry, be Cappy.
Take a page out of that playbook.
Right? What a life.
They're just sitting there like
NBC
dogs
News,
and
St. Augustine,
Dude,
Florida.
yeah. Why wouldn't they love this? They come hang out in a room that just keeps cycling different people over who are happy as shit to see them and feed them food. If you get it from a baby and you give it attention, it will want the attention. If you don't give her attention, it will show away from me. My friend's sister had a couple of chinchillas. They're everywhere. He said they were buttheads, but so pretty. All right, so we get that. Boom, ba boom, boom, boom. There we go.
If I was
boom.
getting a cool animal, it would be a penguin, says Chevy.
I
don't know.
Actually, for me, it was the lemur, or and this is a Friends reference, the spider monkey.
Yeah.
I always wanted a spider monkey, but overall, my big desire, like I grew up with dogs, and I always wanted a dog-sized cat. Like, I like dogs,
Yeah.
but I always wanted a big cat.
I would, if when years from now, I wouldn't mind getting another Maine Coon. Now that I know they get to be that big, and
Can be.
the personality of them, oh my gosh.
And the other
I
fun
would
thing,
love to have another Maine Coon.
the most adorable feature about Maine Coons, it's almost genetic. They love water.
Yes, I know.
Like
So much
cat.
fun.
The funny part is the idea that while you're doing and I'm used to this because I currently live without a dishwasher, whether it be mechanical or Mexican. I
Never
like
had one of the second ones.
dude, I worked with the second ones in the culinary industry all the time.
Well, I've worked
Solid
with
dudes.
them, but I've never had one myself.
Solid dudes, love them. Anyways, yeah, but so like it'd be hilarious the idea that you have to fight a cat while you're washing the dishes because he's like, well, fuck it, let's give me a bath. I want to play. Like, and that's where I wish, like, we got Spooky, which is my daughter's cat, Spooky, and Spooky loves my daughter. He's a big fluffy gray monstrosity, and he thinks the world of my daughter. She's kind of indifferent to him. She's been around him her entire life, so I think she kind of takes him for granted.
Just been there.
She doesn't understand how awesome it is to have a cat that's like, no, I don't care about anything. I want the world to end as long as I can snuggle you. Like, she doesn't understand how that's awesome. She gets annoyed with it. That's fine. But she's a water bug, and oh God, if he were a Maine Coon, he looked like he would be at first, and we were kind of like, we thought, part Maine Coon, but he's not, obviously, because he's a tiny little cat. But if he were like Maine Coon and wanted to just frickin' swim like her, they'd be two peas in a pod. We'd just be like, all right, go take a bath. Go ahead and take your cat with you.
Yeah,
that would be hilarious. You can't get them out.
His feet were huge on this teeny tiny little kitten. His paws were ginormous.
They have giant paws. I will see if I can find you a lynx or cougar kitten, says Mr. Q. Well, I think I need to have space for that first. And I have to be sure that the lynx or cougar kitten isn't going to murder my cats. So those two problems. Aside from that, if it's like legal to have, oh yeah. I'd say I'd walk him on a leash, but the truth is I'd just lash him to my wheelchair and use him as a way to pull me around. It's a poor man's rickshaw. Let's admit it. It's a one-man poor man's rickshaw. Johnny, I always wanted to be a big cat. Translation? No, I always wanted a big cat. Oh, I always wanted a big cat. Translation? This is the only way I can get pussy. I mean, like, today, you're not wrong. What do you want? You want $1 for that? What do you want from me? Holy crap, we have a half hour left and we haven't gotten into our second hour stories yet. What is wrong with me? But yeah, I want to go to that fucking bar in Florida. I don't want to visit Florida for any reason right now other than that bar. I have a friend in Florida that if I was going to Florida, I'd be like, hey, I'm coming to Florida. And I don't know why I'm yawning. Yeah. I'm coming to Florida and I'm gonna visit this bar. And he'll be like, cool. So we want to hang out? Like, yeah, I guess. You can meet me at the bar. I'm gonna go hang out with animals. Ooh, we got an update from a story. Let's grab this stuff. We have 30 minutes left in the show. Thank you for being
Hannah,
here.
we didn't get anywhere.
Right. Thank you for being here.
We were worried that we'd run out of stuff.
Mm-hmm. On Twitch, YouTube,
I added
and Rumble.
Some more stuff too to the end, just in case.
Right. We grabbed so much shit just in case. So I grabbed my second hour stories that we're gonna go through here. We're gonna drop the "It's Wednesday, dudes" thing. We don't need that anymore. I've played it like 4 times. I think the point's been made. Okay, so we have an update on a story we covered last week or the week before. Do you remember? We've also got Tucker Carlson stuff. I've got a story I have to cover. You know what one that is. And then, oh, dude, we got the clip. I got clips of Arnold Schwarzenegger on The View. So Arnold Schwarzenegger on The View is going to be fun. Oh, the Operation Blackjack one, I don't know that we'll have time for. That one's probably not going to make it. Okay. And then I've got the Innocent Otters video to kind of, I don't know, fucking fill time. So we'll be able to get some of it. Let's start with, should we start with the packing plant?
Off the screen?
What? Oh, fine. She has to. You're totally off the screen.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I can tell I'm not off the screen.
Damn it. I was.
And that's why I normally just turn it off myself. No, don't worry about it.
No, I'll get it. I'll get it.
I'll just
No,
take you off the screen.
right.
No
But I did
problem.
want to fuck
Yeah,
with you. I apologize. All right. Anyhow, so
you can do that. You can do that story because I know that story. So
which one?
I
The
can come in and I'll the meat packing. Yeah.
All right, fine. We'll cover the meatpacking plant.
Okay.
We'll do
BRB.
the meatpacking plant. Then we've got the Governor clips. We've got the cruise clips. We'll get through a bunch of those. Johnny, I have a bobcat. She's larger than a bulldog and is as cuddly as our boxers. However, we had to be careful when I was recovering from death because she tried finishing me off several times. What? Finishing you off how? Like laying on you or just killing you? What was the Nintendo story, kind sir? You know what? We'll get to that one right now. Actually, no, we'll wait for Digger to get back. That one's in the list. That's the have to do it story. We'll get to the Nintendo story for you. I Mad Max Mardigan. I like the cat. The idea of a big cat. I love cats. Cats have really amazing personalities. I normally didn't. I used to fight this this belief when I was younger, but I feel like the higher level of synapses, because cats have way more than dogs. I'm sorry, I just feel like they're just smarter. That's really cool and scary, but mostly cool. Yeah, SH is right. That's really cool, but scary and mostly cool. Well, and I'm hoping it's like an innocent, like, oh no, she tried finishing me off several times because she laid on me. Or do you mean she tried finishing you off several times like she was going to try and bite your neck? I would love a Black Panther as a pet. Yeah, but ever since the first actor died and we don't know who's going to pick up the mantle, and plus, Danger Bear Wolf Turtle, I don't know if you know this or not, you're not allowed to own people. Nintendo story without Saint Caesar. No, we'll do the Nintendo story in a minute. I didn't even get to it because I've been fucking around with people too much. We'll get to the Nintendo story now.
Okay, don't bring me back on the screen yet.
All
though,
right,
'cause I wanna
fine.
smoke.
So,
Thank you.
I'll read the headline of it. We'll get into it. Someone swiped almost 3,000 Nintendo Switches, Nintendo Switch 2 consoles. Now that sounds like a lot.
Saint Caesar.
From the back of a semi. And I'm like, okay, I got questions. Literally off the back of a truck. How did you get
It's
three?
the old school New York style or mobster style. They fell off the back of the truck, meaning you beat up the driver and took what you wanted and then sent him on his way.
Investigators are seeking information in the $1.4 million cargo heist. That part's surprising. All right, so someone broke into the semi-truck and stole 2,810 brand new Nintendo Switch 2 consoles in Colorado. On June 8th of 2025 at 8:10 a.m., patrol deputies were dispatched to the Love's truck stop at 1191 South 1st Street in He-Town of Bennett. I think you mean in the town of Bennett. Like I went slow in case I was mispronouncing. In the town of Bennett, after a high dollar, I can see what I mean. I speed up and I screw up. After a high dollar cargo heist took place, a semi driver reported that he had just discovered his trailer had been broken into during a pre-trip inspection, and several pallets of the newly released Nintendo Switch 2 game consoles were stolen. 2,810 of them to be exact. Each Nintendo console is valued at $499. The total loss of the stolen goods is estimated at more than $1.4 million.
Wow. All right, I can come back.
All right. You sure?
Thank you.
The driver had been on his way to a GameStop store in Grapevine, Texas. He had picked up the shipment from Nintendo in Redmond, Washington, and claims he knew nothing about what was in the trailer, only it was games or toys. Which begs the question, how did someone else know to target that specific trailer if the driver didn't even know what was inside? Scalpers have been out of control forever. There's no way this isn't an inside job. I lost 2 PS5s at launch through UPS. They were literally stolen out of the warehouse 2 towns over, and nothing ever became of it. Right? Like, this is one of those things where we need to start, like, seriously. And on sad part is it started with looting and rioting. So they will probably find out the serial numbers and then shut them down from that shipment. Right, but now the store is going to be low on stock, and it's just, again, the whole stealing these things so you can turn around and sell them.
Breaking news. Aaron Reed was acquitted of all charges except operating under the influence. No jail 4 minutes ago.
Wow. So Karen Reed,
That's awesome.
free as a bird.
That's awesome. I thought it was going to be another hung jury and another retrial. That's awesome. I've been saying since the first time they tried this woman that she's innocent. She had nothing to do with anything. And it looked more like this man had been beaten physically by humans and bit by a dog, I believe, and then chucked outside. And they decided to come together and blame her for it. And it's just ridiculous. I can't believe it took him 2 go-arounds, but I am so glad she's been acquitted.
Again, I'm not really invested in the case, but I guess good for her. From what I hear from you, it sounds like it's a good thing. Danger Bear Wolf Turtle, someone's going to pay $1,000 for their stuff to get shut down as soon as they turn it on. Oh, God, no. They're not paying $1,000 for their stuff to get shut down. They're paying... you're not going to sell that console for more than $499, because if you can afford to buy a $499 the back alley console, you can afford to go into a store and pay $499 for a real one. But if you're like waiting for it and they're doing that because it's like it's hard to get your hands on one, then yeah, that's 1 year probation, 24 alcohol classes was her sentence. Sounds pretty easy to do.
Very good.
Los Federales, you can explain this better than I can. What was she being tried for?
Murder of her I believe he was live-in boyfriend. They went to a cop party because he was a cop and they all hung around with cops. And he went to a cop party. She dropped him off and went home. He never came home. She went out looking for him and couldn't find him. The cops at the cop party swear he never came into the house at the party at all, ever. Brian, the science is filling in, bit by a dog and then fell on a concrete front door stoop. Seems to be the more likely thing. But they got together and they decided to try and frame this woman, Karen Reed, for murder. And they got a hung jury last time, which was really scary because to me it's pretty obvious. And thankfully this time she's been acquitted. So no more retrials. She can go on with her life.
Yeah. So those of you who are saying people are gonna get fucked over by buying bricks, you're absolutely right. Because fortunately for Nintendo, each Switch has a serial number which can be tracked in order to play games on the device. You usually have to enter the serial number at login. Nintendo can either track down your device or brick it, which makes it non-functional. Perps could go to jail. Perps could try to jailbreak each of those devices, but that's going to take a lot of work. For nearly 3,000 consoles. Still, people are low-key trying to buy stolen merch in the comment. Literally, these are comments that, if anyone knows who stole the, please give them my just want to talk for a second. That's terrible. What site would these be sold on so I can block it? ? Right. So you can block it. I don't.
They each had their own house. Sorry.
I'm sorry. What's the deal with the Switch 2? Who gives a shit?
I don't care about games anyways.
Well, but I do, and that's why I don't.
It was supposed to be the be-all and end-all.
That's what
and
they said
then
about the
bought
Switch.
it, and there's like one game you can play on the thing. Otherwise, it's useless. And everyone who bought one is waiting on the hopes that more games will be released for it. That's my understanding.
No, I mean,
Clarify.
Nintendo learned this the hard way when the Switch 1 was hackable day one due to a paperclip exploit. Right, yeah, they learned that lesson. But my point is the Nintendo Switch 1 already exists. It's already a thing. My daughter has one. It's phenomenal. It's great. My daughter has one. It's great. I just the new Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch 2, like what's the deal? Is it just better tech? That's the other problem I have with consoles as I get older. I used to fight the consoles are better than PC because you just plug and play. It's like, right, but then they have to make the new consoles every couple of years because the tech gets better and they got to change it. Digger is 2 hours behind. What, Roy Sombrero? No way. You're 2 hours behind right now, so you don't realize we're ending in 15 minutes? You got 2 more hours to do of the show? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I could have.
You better catch up quick because we're only doing the show for 15 more minutes.
Well, shit.
Fuck.
Good thing I didn't make that second pot of coffee.
Coffee. I've had what's his name, the Java man from Mad TV stuck in my head. Oh, I have a favor to ask of anyone who can post in the chat on YouTube, which is the mods, or anybody on Twitch or Rumble. Does anyone know where you get the Five Dancing Israelis song? And you might be like, why did you whisper it like that? Because after exhaustive searching, I'm convinced Google doesn't want you to know this song exists, particularly right now. She's never heard it, and I want to share. So that's all I'm saying. Xbox confirmed the next Xbox is going to be a PC with storefronts other than Microsoft. So it's the next Xbox is just a gaming computer.
Yeah.
Xbox is the only one to finally learn and put their shit together. I'll say this. Yeah, gaming computer better, especially if it's meant to be modified. This is a big thing for we gamers, but we like to modify our shit to fit our needs. Because we realize this is where gamers are some of the most adult people. We realize, I need it developed and set up for me because they built this game for everybody, and I'm not everybody. Nor is everyone me, so they couldn't build it for me. Therefore, I do it myself. It's a beautiful thing. I want a Switch 2 purely on the GameCube, purely for the GameCube emulator. All right, so Brian's kind of proving you wrong there. You might be right that there's only one game available for it, and in and of itself, but it has a GameCube emulator, which means you can probably download and play a fucking slew. And let me tell you right there, if I lived in a world of $500 disposable income, sold, because guess who's playing the shit out of some Star Fox 64? Fuck yeah. Oh, wait, no, GameCube. So that's not the same. Does it have a 64 emulator? I just miss Star Fox 64. In fact, let's Google that. How hard is it to get Star Fox 64 on PC?
Yes, AP. That's right. I'm upset about a hockey game. I lose track of time when I get angry about my hockey. My bad. We're almost ending. We don't have another 2 hours to go.
I want to see shopping. How do we do this? Is it possible? eBay, the game, and more. Oh, no. Oh, dude, this is just the game itself. No, I want it for the PC. I want Star Fox 64 on PC. That's what I want. Can you play Nintendo games on PC? Project 64 is a completely free and open source emulator. Oh, that sounds dangerous. Capable of playing your favorite N64 games on your PC with high definition graphics. Oh. But you have to, all right, yeah, this is, there's a PC port of Star Fox 64. There's a 5-minute YouTube video of how to install it. This is how you know. This is how you know people who didn't understand tech were raised around tech. And then, because how do I get, well, you don't know. I don't know how computers work. I just want it to play. Then that's, again.
Me. Plug and play, please. Anything more, it's confusing.
Oh, boy. I just miss Star Fox 60. I want to do a barrel roll. Fuck off. We don't have a whole lot
That's
of...
what Los Federales was saying. Do a barrel roll, Johnny.
Do a barrel roll. I love, dude, Star Fox 64 was one of the best games. I loved that game so much. One of my first gaming experiences with the Nintendo with Top Gun. Top Gun, difficult as hell, but Star Fox 64 was the shit. All right, so we got done with that. Let's get over there. Nintendo's fell off the back of a truck.
Yeah. Oops.
We've got Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson having a spat, and apparently it's kind of cringeworthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do, if I want to do that or not. This thing came out, the full interview will come out later. This stuff that's come out, people are shitting on Tucker, but we've only got like 10 minutes left. Maybe we'll get to it. I do want to cover this before we get to the video of Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking up the View, and I want to do that. So first we're going to do this. A big Nebraska meat packer lost lots of workers after an ICE raid. We covered that last week. ICE raided people using the E-Verify system, where the feds apparently gave illegal aliens fake IDs, or they were using them. And those illegals allegedly pulled out box cutters on ICE agents when they were being detained, supposedly.
They didn't talk about that bit.
They didn't talk about that bit, but they're mentioning this and this.
Forgot to mention.
Right.
He said it happened. It went so smoothly.
Right.
No problem.
Nobody mentioned the box cutters thing.
Wow.
So now, when that happened, cue everybody, and spoiler alert, me too, saying that if they don't replace, because you were saying the person who owned.
I said, you know what? It would be really nice if we'd start hiring the people who worked or who lived there to fill these jobs. It's not going to happen, but it would be really nice. And you said, no, don't worry. Those jobs will be filled in an instant. They'll just get more illegal workers.
What I'm saying is, when we reported on this story before, you reported to me, or the story reported to us, that the meatpacking plant owner was looking into ways to get citizenship for those people.
Oh, right.
So
yeah,
they could stay.
There's a Homeland
And I was
Security
saying, you were saying,
program.
how could he, why would he do that? Why would he waste his time, his money, other things like that? And why wouldn't he just hire people? And I said,
hire locals.
I said, because it's going to be a harder time to fill those jobs, to fill them, to find people willing to do it, to work the job, and then train them to do the job. It'd be easier to go the other way. Was my understanding. Well, I was wrong, so I can eat a spotted dick, as the British would say. So that everybody said that the city would be in turmoil, the plant would be shut down without the illegal workforce to prop it up. Lots of people, like myself, said a variety of things would happen to keep that propped up in that manner. So immigration enforcement leads to a rush of applicants for those jobs from, hold your breath, American citizens. Holy shit.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. You mean there actually are Americans who want to work?
Well, hold on.
But I keep being told that the reason we have immigrants being funneled into the country with no stopper on that tap is because we don't want to work.
Right. Well, they keep
But they
saying
found
that.
a whole bunch of people who want to work.
Yeah, but apparently every seat in the waiting area of Glen Valley Foods was occupied with people filling out job applications early Thursday afternoon, 2 days after the meatpacking plant became the center of the largest worksite immigration raid in the state of Nebraska so far this year. So every seat in the waiting room, they had no people, they had no want for workforce applications there. Every seat in the area of the Glen Valley Foods was occupied with people filling out job applications early Thursday afternoon, 2 days after it became the center of this. So it's almost like if you let Americans work the jobs, they will. And if you provide and incentivize ways to put illegals into these places, they will. And, oh boy, it starts kind of really shining a light on this whole, like, well, why isn't the economy doing so well? Why aren't people doing better? Why are so many American families struggling? Why are people having trouble finding jobs in this gangbuster economy? Maybe because you imported people to supplant them. It kind of see it, and you can tell me I'm crazy for thinking that. I used to think the same way too, but it just kind of certainly seems like that's what's happening. So. Oh, shoot, I forgot to tell you, I got the house I was looking for. We bought it last night. Congratulations!
Right on. Congratulations.
I'm so happy and proud of you, Los Federales, for getting the house that you've been after. I'm very, very happy and proud of you. So much so that I just want people to understand that
A cripple needs a crib.
I am trying to get a house, and since you've got yours, buy mine. Throw me some money on my GoFundMe. It's Again, just something I have set up because well, they just told you. So if you could help out, I'd appreciate it. If you can't, I understand. But if you can send the link around, it's the tits. So here you go. Here's the link for all those who need it.
There's a cripple who needs
Boom.
a crib.
Boom.
Please spare all you can to give.
There you go.
I love that fucking. I love that thing.
It's like Salty Crackers, his exit song. It's just that old timey.
I don't know Salty
Happy,
Crackers exit
comfortable.
song, unfortunately. I have two songs that I have heard that are made both by Suno, one by me and someone else that get stuck in my head. One is, and I don't love or hate the Lamocrats song.
Oh, okay. That's
Fucking
the one
another
Fox
win for the
Graf
toe.
made for-
Right.
yeah.
And nobody's been able to throw me the link for the frickin' Five Dancing Israelis Randy Newman
No way.
style thing.
I
want to
sure
hear
last
that. Like,
night.
I'm
I was
texting
sure
Aaron
the
right
chat
now
would
and be
have
like,
it.
dude,
Yeah. SSH, old time radio type stuff, like 1940s, World War II. Think, that kind of feel to it. Oh, there you go. Los Federales is
Oh.
saying if you move to Toronto, Canada, I'll rent my condo out to you for almost nothing, which is huge because anything in Toronto can go for at least $500,000.
well, dude, we might have to talk. How far are you from Toronto?
It's still the other side of the country, but that's okay. I'm willing. No, I'm willing. That's fine.
We can make that work.
I mean, Toronto
well,
is
then-
the most liberal after, yeah.
Well, then we
Toronto's
have to
really
look into
liberal.
and I'll look into this.
But it's also
is it
full of entertainment.
is it possible with a person who doesn't have a passport? And again, the only reason why do you have a passport? I've never needed one before, and the only reason I haven't started working on one now is because I thought it'd be weird to work on a passport, then move and change addresses and have to do all of that. It feels like you should probably get your address part settled.
Probably get an
And-
address
but-
first. Yeah.
but yeah.
Permanent address is usually more important.
You know what?
than
You know what's going to be a fun Google
passport.
search later? How hard is it for an American resident to claim asylum in Canada? Because I would go claiming the bereavement of ye old
Yeah.
cripplehood.
Yeah. What Trump is doing to you.
Not even
You
Trump.
poor crippled
Not even Trump.
peoples.
Oh, I'm not I'm not
Oh,
I'm not
no,
out to
no.
I'm not out to pick a
Apparently
political
our
opponent.
government is really upset with Trump. So if you
That's fine.
If you say Trump's part of your problem, that'll just help your
Well,
argument.
we'll
apparently.
discuss those things later when we're not being recorded. But my point is
Fair enough.
the if I could call it the pillar of my argument is that the American medical system, while I personally do believe very, very good, also very, very financially based, and as a person with a chronic condition who are poor, conflicting. So I'd be willing to make some moves if it meant I stayed alive.
Swift Rage 100 High, the beautiful and amazing digger. How are you? Johnny, just get a
Hello.
passport or enhanced driver's license.
Yeah, again, these are again things. I'm not saying I can't do them. I'm saying if I want to flee to Canada, I can't just
He needs a
get a
permanent home
passport and
first.
move to Canada. Like that, then I'm still there. Like it doesn't work that way. I don't believe. You know what? I don't know how it works, so I should find these things out. Thank you, Red Fox Matt, for the
Yeah,
advice
'cause-
and the 100 bits.
Wild is actually saying asylum means your daughter has to visit you. You won't be able to come to the U.S. to see her. Good point. See, these are things we need to
Again,
look
these are
into
things we
first.
need to look into.
Yes.
Because I make these jokes like I already get extremely like emotional and shit when I think about not being able to see her on the daily. I don't know how I could do that.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. But anyhow, let's get to where's my governor bit. I want to do this. So I love the View when they have people who serve it to them, but they often don't. They often don't because.
Oh,
What?
just beforehand, Red Fox Mad. By the way, my passport is being printed right now, so I have a permanent residence. So I've already got my government's working slowly, but it's coming now. Finally, I'm excited. Took for freaking ever to get to the point where they're printing it now.
All right, let's open all these links at once, and that's all of them. Okay. So yes, Canada won't take you. They have enough of their own citizens made program, says Mr. Q. No. You see, Canada wouldn't take me for the MAID program, Mr. Q. They'd take me as an example of people are fleeing America, and I'm a refugee.
Yeah.
Again, we're playing on the Canada loves refugees and people fleeing America part. They can kill a whole bunch of their citizens to make room for me and still have money and time and resources left over to spare. In fact, they probably will, according to this lady. I said no such thing, but I probably will get hunted down by the the balaclava wearing Canadian Mounted Police just for siding with this beautiful redheaded lady. But that's something I made my peace with.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a couple of different clips. I don't know if they're all the same or if there are a variety of them. They look like they're different. So we'll go through each of them. But yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger, if you don't know, Digger, are you aware he Republican, conservative, Schwarzenegger?
Is he considered a Republican?
He ran as one.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I didn't pay that much attention at the time. I was doing
Right.
other things like trying to build a
drugs.
career. But no, I just assumed
No.
he ran and won as a Democrat. I mean, he's from Hollywood.
Los Federales, we took 3.5 packies. We can take Johnny.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
Los
again.
Federales.
That's
what I'm saying.
That is the doggy door we're trying to push me through if we go that route.
Yes.
Thank you. He was a Republican governor of California, but he's very progressive now. He's very progressive in general. Hates Trump. Right. He's progressive now, or at least he's progressive.
100. How hard is it to get a citizenship in Canada? It's easy in the USA. You both should get dual citizenship.
Dual citizenship.
Dual citizenship. Yeah.
Citizenship. Well, and that's another thing too, because like I'm a broke ass who's stuck on disability.
Mhm.
I rely on donations from chat on my stream to cover.
Oh yeah, I'm way
things
better
like,
than that. I'm on disability and I'm doing streams all the time. Yeah, I'm not donation based.
Yeah,
if you can send
we don't
money
have
to
the
our
money to be
GoFundMe or
traveling
the
all over the
PayPal or
place
the
and
Venmo, yeah.
we can't. Yeah.
Have to pay taxes on money I don't have because I decided to buy food this month like a weirdo. Arnold Schwarzenegger, again, is someone that The View probably felt was safe to have, like wouldn't push on them too much. But the immigration topic came up, and he had thoughts. So, and the best part is the ladies ain't gonna talk back to Arnold. Whoopi Goldberg isn't gonna put him in his place.
World of the great kind of a history that we have with immigrants in America, but the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important.
Oh, and what would this guy know, by the way? Oh, why are you not up on here? What would he know?
I
had to pull you up on there. What would he know about legal immigration into the U.S.? I mean, this Austrian boy. Oh, that's not a part of America. I thought it was Austrian Texas. You mean he's not from here originally? Huh. I love, again, because what they can't pull you don't understand, you're not an immigrant. They can't pull any of the fucking token cards they normally yell at him. And he's one of their West Coast friends, so they're like, okay, no, he's not sitting there shitting on the idea of immigrants coming to the country. He's just saying do it legally. And the best thing is, his retort for any argument they give him is he's like, I had to. Why can't you?
Mm-hmm. That's just it.
But he's also white, so they really want to go to those tropes fast.
Thing, so you got to do things legal, and those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest. And you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can. Keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do.
Why is she putting her hand on him? Are they trying to, like, dude, is he getting too old and senile that they can't reel him in?
Am I covering it?
Are you covering
might be
what?
why
Yeah,
you
you
got
are
rid of
covering
me.
it. I'm trying to figure out what's up with the audio part right now because the audio is shit. But yeah, let's go back with this.
Make my bed and to do everything.
He starts talking and she just reaches out
that
and
is the
touches
right
him.
thing to do. Guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can. Keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do.
Just stop.
Rather than committing
Just stop,
a
sir.
crime or being
She's
abusive
trying
or
to
something
stop
like
him.
that. So that doesn't really work in this.
Because he is kind of.
Tap on his arm.
Yeah, dude.
The touch didn't work, so tap.
Yeah, but now my question is, like, and you feel free to say no if that's the case. Anal? No. My question is, why, like, is he getting, like, grandpa, like, rambly vibes? Because I kind of got those there, and so I'd be willing to cut your little box down so we fit better in these segments. But I'd be willing to cut her some slack if it's like, okay, let's finish our point, sir. But he is kind of still making it.
He was making the point as she didn't give him a chance to make the point.
Okay, so now they're putting their arm on him.
This country. So I think the important thing is when you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back. You have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics, or whatever.
Right. But the problem and these people are all clapping for it. The problem is those people
become
are
American and love America. They can't do that.
No, they're not here for that. They're here just to fuck it. They're here to crack the piggy bank and make a buck. And you could say, "Oh no, they're not. Look at how they've behaved." I'm not making this. I'm not making this statement as
Look at what they're doing to our country.
Right? It's again like, dude,
learn from us, guys.
We did a story in Dearborn, Michigan, where they rented a Lambo and started firing out the window to celebrate their birthday or wedding, and it wasn't a first occurrence. It's so much so that we have to literally go, look, there's been a dangerous string of these events. Yeah, let's not talk about where that string starts and ends, should we? But yeah, so his point is completely valid. The ICE, like immigration enforcement, has been going after primarily like illegal immigrants committing crimes in America. But even if they're not, they're going after illegal immigrants. That's their aim. And you could say, oh, innocent people are getting swept up in it. Yeah, that happens, and that's a horrible thing. But part of the reason that's happening is because we've turned a blind eye to so many people breaking the law that literally to wash back the horde of them doing it, you're getting innocent people caught up. Right, that was always going to happen. That's why I screamed in the beginning, and other people like me were like, don't let this be a thing, or otherwise even to undo it, innocent people will get caught up in it. He's 77 years old, so yeah, Biden brain. Oh, dude, he's 77 years old, and he's a fucking muscle junkie. You know he's done, like, I'm not saying he's done steroids. I'm not making that accusation. I'm saying, you know, he's done fucked up shit to himself for the sake of being Mr. Universe. And if that didn't fuck him up, I'm sure the 90s and the late 80s when he became an action star definitely did. I feel like, I don't know, call me crazy, but I wouldn't have been surprised if there was if there was a bump on the Predator set.
Whatever it is, make this country a better place.
Holy shit, we're 7 minutes over.
Don't forget, there's
for Pete's sake,
90% of the people who come here are trying to do the right thing.
No. Not 90.
No.
That's not 90% of the people who come to them are trying to do the right thing. That depends. No. That's grading on a scale. But even if I give her the the 90% of the people who come here are trying to do the right thing. If I give her the immigration part, like as a wash, we still have right now, and again, it's because of the last 4 years and the way we did things the last 4 years, we have a vastly larger percentage than that of people who come here and are just, again, committing crimes, driving without licenses, ignoring the rules of the society. And again, I'm not saying that immigration is perfect and things can't be improved and we can't make a better path to citizenship. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying literally when you start from the premise of I'm not going to obey the rule because I want, then you have a person who won't follow the rules if it supersedes their wants and needs. And if that's the person you're dealing with, surprise, surprise, they're going to drive without licenses. They're going to commit crimes because they don't pay attention to the laws. Innocent people will get hurt in the crossfire. And if you do that and let people en masse come in to clusterfuck that knot, you're going to get a bunch of more innocent people caught in the crossfire. But these same people don't rally against the problem when it's being created. They rally against the pain. These are the people who complain when the bill comes due. This is the bill coming due. And I hate the 90%. Let's not forget this factoid I pulled out of my ass.
And a lot of what's happening right now is people are getting snatched who shouldn't be snatched out of the country. People.
That's not, again, I have followed these stories every time, and I always find, the one where I found people were wrongfully put in a place and they should be in America, when I found out that some ICE agents with the people they were escorting got stuck in Djibouti. Okay, I have found out about the ICE agents. I keep hearing about the mythical legal migrant who got sent over, like the email thing. They show you the email. The like, I got a letter, they show you the letter, like stuff. We never hear a video or anything of the people who did get sent over. There's no mom going, my son is completely legal. Like when you follow all of these, what they come back to is they say convenient phrases like, my son never did anything wrong. Is he a legal immigrant? My son has never committed a crime. He was just in this area. Is he a legal immigrant in this country? My son has never done X, Y, or Z, or so-and-so. And it turns back, no. If we come, you guys turn a blind eye to the illegal immigrant part. The part is now the standard to bear is they have to be a legal immigrant that we can prove committed a crime. And even then, that's not good enough because we had to import that guy back in because we didn't send him to jail the first time. Oh, boy. Anyways, I'm a black Puerto Rican Jew, says Los Federales. I'd deport them.
Who have visas, people who have all those things. So we want all the right.
Okay, all right. You know what? No offense, Whoopi Goldberg. I know it's your thing, but stop spewing such bullshit. I can't take people who have legal visas. They have the rights. Yes, I keep hearing about these, and every time I look into them, it always comes back to they weren't legal citizens. Their visas expired, or 9 times out of 10, I follow down these rabbit holes, and the whole story talks about someone who's completely not related. Like the Abreu Garcia shit. Time and time again, father and his son wrongfully taken by ICE. Abreu Garcia. The whole article about Abreu Garcia. Where is the father and the son? No, but the headline said it, so that means it's true. Like, oh, fuck.
But where?
Whoopi Gold turd. That's sad, dude. Like, I loved Whoopi Goldberg growing up. Jumpin' Jack Flash, fucking the Sister Act movies, a lot of her acting. Like, Whoopi Goldberg seemed cool. And then, like, I found out Whoopi Goldberg played Diablo Child. And I worry when Blizzard releases this too many people like myself who love running around as a demon hunter in Diablo aren't going to be able to fight the demons and the monsters in Diablo Child. Like, I fucking loved it when I was like, Whoopi Goldberg is playing Diablo? Are you kidding me? And then it went this way. But anyways, I actually had more clips of the Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff. I don't know if we'll keep those for tomorrow or not. I have to get going out of here. I also have to remind you, tomorrow we will be ending the show at 4 p.m. I have an appointment I have to maintain. I have a whole lot of stuff I have to start doing today, tomorrow, in the next few days to try and keep me head above water. So you guys have been awesome. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. I'm going to check the PayPal things and stuff. Ooh. $10 from Mr. Q. Thank you very much, sir. Let's go ahead and take 10 off of that. That means our goal for tomorrow is $10, and that's before we look into what we did today with the old Twitch. So we've been We've been blessed. Thank you so much. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. She's been Digger. I guess we'll go.
Shut up and sleep with me. Come on, why won't you sleep with me? Shut up and sleep with me.
Clip it.